Welcome to Brawlhalla.
And welcome. We are running the first tournament of the year, Frostbite number 9. I am Vulcan. You probably seen me around here before, but I am joined by someone completely new to our cast and crew. Tell the people who you are, man.
It's the GOAT Elite. You know how it is. How y'all doing? It's started back.
I am doing awesome. I know that much at the very least. I hope everyone watching at home is doing well. I hope everybody that's playing in this tournament at least did not go 0-2. I know somebody has to. Hopefully it wasn't you. But right now we're getting ready to take a look at winner's side top 8.
Who we got in our first match? Is it Chewy and Zinker?
Yes, and I am not familiar with Chewy. It might be a well-known player under a different name, because that does happen sometimes. But Zinker, oh my goodness, Zinker. Me and Zinker have one-sided beef. I am 0-11 to him. He is the Koji that does the boasting. I don't even know why.
I mean, but you also can't count out Chewy. Chewy's bracket run, seeing, they got a Bunny DQ, Nady JJ DQ. They beat Noto 3-2. So clearly Chewy does have some skill to them if they can make it this far.
Absolutely true. But, Zinker himself, he got the nod from Boomy back when Boomy was still hanging around the community. I think he just took that momentum and rode it all the way through the rest of 2024 into 2025. Well, at least hopefully he did, because this Koji is very oppressive, for lack of a better word.
That is true. And now we go into the map strikes. Zinker really does like those platform maps so he can get moving. So I wonder how Chewy will try to respond to that.
Right. But yeah, we got the map bans coming out here. And Chewy definitely thinking very hard about what map he wants to go to against someone like Zinker. And honestly, knowing Zinker and how he plays sword and bow, you want a map with very high ceilings.
That is very true. Very true. And we do go to Apocalypse for the very first game. Who do you got going on in this first match?
Oh, I got Zinker all the way, because I just pulled up Chewy and Zinker on Pro Stats, and there was only one Chewy available. And I'm not sure if it's the same Chewy, because the Chewy that I'm seeing on Pro Stats is PR number 2,643.
But sleepers do. I kind of voted for the sleeper though, because sleepers they can stun a pro, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We're having a pretty even game. We got Chewy on the Mordex, Zinker on the site, or Zinker on the patented Koji. It's looking like a pretty close game we got here. Zinker on sword. They're just playing light attacks only.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth action going on here. Zinker swapping over to the bow, hitting that recovery, disarming Chewy, but he manages to pick up the gauntlets. And now we're going to see if Chewy can get an offstage direction. No, Zinker able to slip past him. And right now, both players in the red looking for that first KO.
And it's going to be Zinker to start off the knockout on our first game on Apocalypse. That bow, not very with many good killing options, but Zinker does time and time again tend to get them early knockouts on bow. And Chewy just struggling to get a knockout right now. He's looking for everything. Scythe, not a really good weapon for killing. And now Scythe is just getting worked by bow. Zinker's just going crazy, about to have a 2-stock full lead.
See, and this is the issue that most players encounter when fighting Zinker. Chewy is able to get that first knockout, or that first knockout on the first stock of Zinker, I should say. But right now, it's like Zinker's just running away with the momentum. He's got so much extra credit from that first stock that it's going to be very hard for Chewy to make a comeback if Zinker keeps playing the way he does. And right now, he's kind of frantically moving around Zinker, trying not to get hit by all this sword, but a very high dex weapon does go for the D-stick, and almost, I thought that was going to hit. Side light, spot dodges, Chewy manages to read through that and hits a pair of end lights.
But Chewy
right
is
now, it's not great damage. Recovery is going to be able to take out Chewy's second stock. And now he's in a very bad position in this game one.
This game one is not looking too good for Chewy, and Zinker is great at just getting those tiny damage to build it up and just get those early knockouts. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's playing methodically on that sword, and he's really not trying to make a comeback. He's just getting tapped by the sword every opportunity. If he really wants to win, he does have to get Zinker onto that bow. I would not say it's his best weapon.
I feel like when Koji is the perfect character for someone like Zinker, though, because you think that the bow would be easier to fight against, but no, it's like at most it's the lesser of two evils. Side air not going to be enough yet. D-Lights here definitely going to do it all the way out there, and Zinker's going to take the first game 2 stocks to none against Chewy in this best of 5.
Hey, but this is going to be a long best of 5. I mean, Chewy, I think he's learning early on how to deal with that Zinker sword. I think if he can start out a little hot on those gauntlets, he could definitely put Zinker in a bad spot to play a little more aggressive. But these map bans for map 2, I'm hoping he learns from his lesson and does not give Zinker those platforms to move all around him. And we are going to a flat map for game number 2. So what do you think Chewy can do to do better on this map?
Now, this is going to be a very tall order for Chewy to accomplish, because I have not seen anyone really been able to accomplish what I'm about to say. But if you could somehow disorient Zinker enough where his game plan, he starts to kind of forget like the basic ground rules and starts panicking even just the slightest bit, it's going to give you so much of a better advantage. Oh my goodness, he almost hot. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. So he's got a great advantage going on early on in this game too, but right now Zinker still looks very composed. He just looks like he took a lot of damage and now he has to reset and refocus, but he still looks like he's very composed here.
But now this
sword, and there's a ground pound. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't even matter, because even after all that damage built up onto Zinker, he still remains composed, gets an early KO with that ground pound, and now we're back to another day at the office.
And this is what I was worried about for Chewy. He started out hot, but his inexperience in this type of setting is really showing. He came out hot with those gauntlets, read after read, and now Zinker is just going insane. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
3 stocks to 1. Zinker is he did not care about Chewy starting out hot, and Chewy just has no response. This sword by Zinker is just unbeatable right now for Chewy. This is worse than man. Chewy could try to go for some little stylish play, got the knockout. Can he try to make a reverse 3-stock comeback? What do you think?
I mean, this is exactly the same situation that we just saw in the previous game. 2 stocks to 1. Zinker did manage to finish off that game only being held in like a deep orange. And right now, it looks like Chewy's going to be doing a little bit better job, as he does manage to get Zinker into the light red, almost KOing him off the top of that very small blast zone of Small World's End. But right now, it's still not enough, because you have to play this absolutely perfectly. You have to get lucky with every interaction. Zinker only has to get lucky once.
But perfect is not what he's gonna do, because that is gonna be game 2. Zinker is just trying to wrap this up, trying to move on to our winners finals here.
Yeah, he's speed running right now. It's like there's nothing really in the way for him. He looks like he's either training for like the next person, or just, you know, labbing combos out there.
I don't know. Zinker's just toying with him right now. I feel bad for Chewy, because he's starting out hot, but his inexperience in this situation is what's really getting him. He needs to try to finish it out, try to knock out Zinker at least once, try to get Zinker on his toes, get him off of Sword. Sword has done the majority of the damage here. But here we go. We are loading back up into map number 3. Can Zinker finish out the quick 3-0 and move on? Or will Chewy try to start out hot and keep that momentum going?
I mean, he's not swapping characters yet, and I don't believe we got maps up. I think we're going back to Small World's End.
No, I agree with you. I think Chewy definitely did not like those platforms that Zinker had, and I think he stood more of a chance when Zinker could only be in front of him instead of up, down, left, and right. But we started off slow. Chewy on those good gauntlets. He is trying to start out hot one more time. He does have Zinker's read on those gauntlets. Zinker does have to start watching out for his dodges, or Chewy can start to run away with this game. But Zinker does have that sword that he's been loving so much, and he does get that read on Chewy. He is still going. He got Chewy off side of the stage, hits another stare. Chewy run out of options. Zinker has his read completely on sword. Hits him in the air. He's juggling him. Now we're kind of slowing down a little bit. Okay.
They're looking to keep the juggles going for Zinker. D-Light Sarah, that's going to be enough to take out Chewy's first stock. And Zinker is still relatively healthy. So he can build up a lot of extra credit here, just like he did in Game 1. And Game 2, honestly.
Not looking good again. That sword is just so deadly for Zinker. I mean, just playing him in the rank queue is already hard enough. I can't imagine what Chewy's going through playing him in tournament when Zinker is at his best.
I can. It's not fun because Zinker's just so sound defensively. He doesn't get flustered. He doesn't lose his composure. He doesn't lose mental. I think Zinker might have one of the best mentals in all of Brawlhalla. The way he plays so composed. And right now, he's just having his way out there, but Chewy finally able to take that first stock of his with that recovery and keep him unarmed, at least for the moment. But now he picks up that bow again. Thankfully, bow not known the best for its KO options. So Zinker will have to work a little bit harder and hit a dare on the corner here. Chewy able to get back up though, and now going back to neutral.
Once again, Chewy has to make a good comeback, but he throws away the gauntlet and gets tapped away by both Sarah, and that's going to be it for his stock. Chewy on his upper bracket stock. Can he remember everything that he was doing well for himself and try to beat that sword by Zinker? It is just not looking good. Zinker has every single read on him, has him back off stage, but Chewy trying to battle back against adversity, against this sword. But every single time he tries, a sword puts him further and further away from his goal. Zinker is trying to clutch it out right here, but Chewy battling back. It's kind of wrapping up right here. I don't know. Chewy is not doing well. Zinker needs one or two more D-Light recovers before this game is over. He tries to style him with a ground pound.
Oh, Zinker, don't. Zinker's going for a little bit of sauce right now because off stage he missed the GC D-Light Sair. And then he had the D-Light recovery, but he went for ground pound. He's going for style points at the moment. Does lose that stock here, so maybe he'll lock it a little bit and just finish off the stock. But right now, Chewy still has a chance.
But it's not looking too good. Bow Nair, that's not enough to knock him out just yet. He's got one or two more of those left. But Zinker, he's just throwing out attacks because he knows there's nothing that Chewy's really going to be able to attack him with. With one more Bow Nair, and that's going to be game 3. Oh, Zinker versus Chewy. You got to feel for Chewy, man. He came in to a red-hot Zinker and got a quick 3-0 swiftly into that lower bracket. What are your thoughts on that game?
Honestly, that was just like, if you don't know who Zinker is, you do now. Probably one of the most composed players. I keep saying that over and over because it's just that much so true. And it was a great showing from Chewy. He did way better than I personally would have done. But did go down 3-0. We will be seeing Zinker later on in the winners final. But we won't be seeing the end of Chewy just yet. We most likely will be seeing him later on in elimination final. Or not elimination final, just the elimination bracket in general. Maybe he'll make it that far. But right now, we got to go to the other side of top 8. Or not the other side, or the other match in winners top 8. We're going to have Flower versus, I believe that is Guichibu.
That is Guichibu. And I do want to know what Guichibu is going to come out with, because I know during the off season he does like to mess around with some Qatar characters. I don't know if we'll see his patented Lin Fei. Maybe he'll try to mess around with a Queen Nai or I don't know, a Sentinel, since it's off season. But it's looking like Flower's going to stay on the same character we've been seeing him on, which is that Yumiko. It's looking like we're getting a quick bathroom break from Guichibu before we get started.
All right, but in the meantime, that gives us the opportunity to pull up these players' past history, if I could type words correctly. Okay, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's pro stats. Yes, let me blame pro stats. That's definitely the solution here. Okay, so going back to like the last 3 tournaments that have happened between these two, we have BCX 2024. They didn't play each other now, but they did both play in that tournament. Guichibu got 25th, Flower got 7th. So that's very huge for Flower. But in terms of their matchups
Head to head,
against each other,
this is not looking good. It's not looking good.
in the head-to-head, it's not looking great for Flower because the last 2 times that Guichibu and Flower have met, Guichibu won in Galaxy Cup Arrow 3-1, and then in Beard Brawl's X game set, Guichibu won in Game 5.
Now their head-to-head history isn't too good either. Currently, Guichibu does have the recency bias against Flower. Their total match set is 6-3 in favor of Guichibu, and that game differential is not looking good either. It's 21-12, and that's about an average of math. It's not my strong suit. 3 to 9 games. That's basically 3-1 every single set, or 2-1 every single set. It's not looking good. But can he prove me wrong and turn it around? Flower needs to come out hot. Stun Guichibu if he wants to have a chance to bring back this record.
Now, this is very interesting because normally when we think of Guichibu, we think of Lin Fei. Sometimes I've seen him on the 7, at least in 2v2s. But right now, he's actually on Queen Nai, of all characters. Which still has the Katars from his Lin Fei and the Spear from his 7. But the speed difference is like basically the major difference here between at least his main in Lin Fei and what we're seeing right now.
I think the key to this victory is mental, right? Because we got 2 characters that are very good at just toying with your mental, poking and poking and prodding, and just very annoying with the way that they like to move. Queen Eye, she's the patented phrase "Queen Eye never dies." She can just last the entire round, And Flower on that bow is not looking really well at knocking out a Queen Eye with 7-8 defense.
Goes for the gravity cancel breakdance. We were able to punish that pretty well. Gets the GCD like recovery unarmed. Takes the first stock here in this set.
But Flower is trying to battle back because with that hammer, he can get a quick knockout even on a Queen Eye. Throwing out that D6 to bait Guichibu into coming up, but then that's when Guichibu gets back up and he's just battling back. And Spear, that great weapon at just poking, prodding, with very strong signatures as well. Queen Eye is really well against in the Flower, it was looking like.
Okay, we're getting a little bit of unarmed combo action as Guichibu gets 4 unanswered hits on that unarmed, almost being enough to get Flower in a very gimpable position, but Flower able to finally get us there, take out Guichibu's first stock, but still is pretty far behind in terms of damage.
Oh! Trying to go for a hard read, didn't exactly get it right there. But Guichibu back on his Katars, and his Katars can take him a very long way, getting early knockouts, crazy reads and gimps. Guichibu is no slouch when it comes to the Katars, and that D-Sig catches Flower off guard.
Oh.
And the N-Sig gets the early knockout. Flower is not looking good. The mental is not. It has to hold up strong, but it's only game 1. Who knows how far it can go? They're just feeling each other right now. Stomp Sair, it's not even close to knocking out Guichibu. Guichibu unarmed, just trying to get back onto that stage. Just throwing out every attack to try to stun Flower. Flower, he's really urgent for the kill, and he gets that side sig on Guichibu. We are all tied up.
Tied up, well, except for the another good amount of unarmed damage that Guichibu's putting on it. Clearly, he's been practicing that over the offseason. Finally does pick up a weapon and he immediately throws it away. I guess he does not feel like playing Spear right now.
I mean, it's just like the Katars are really good at just building up damage, and they're really good at getting them early knockouts on characters like Yumiko. Yumiko is not high defense, and her weapons do struggle to knock out characters as well. So it is I think Katars are definitely good for building up a great lead. And Flower
Over
is
the
not
D-Sig,
throwing
D-Light
out.
recovery, not enough yet to KO. Goes for the N-Sig, gets met with 2 recoveries. Flower picking up that bow again, but now he needs to be very careful to dodge Bleach Boo's Zigs.
Oh, D6 seals game 1.
Yeah, I know I just said it, and then it happened, and he probably should have dodged that, but the way his movement, he kind of jumped over him, and then it was kind of just like, oh, okay, I can just D-Sig because it covers both in front and behind, so you're cooked either way.
I mean, it is the truth. These 2 characters are not known for being at the top of the meta, but the main difference between these 2 characters is the signatures. Queen Eye has some soft reads that are prone to killing early, while Flower can only play neutral and hope that Guichibu gets hit by a Sig. Queen Eye with her really good soft read, sidelight into D-Sig on Katars, really good at getting those early knockouts, or even sidelight into N-Sig, some really good reads for anyone that's out there trying to learn Queen Eye. You can get a little higher on the ELO leaderboards.
Here we go into game 2. I think I saw Small Fortress being the one that they chose to go to. No character swaps as of yet. And yes, my eyes were correct because we are on Small Fortress of Lions.
And now I do want to know how Flower will try to come back from that game, because it wasn't very pretty. He definitely got some early knockouts on Guichibu, but you can't rely on early knockouts to be the player of Guichibu status. He is a tournament winner, but Flower has not yet risen to that level of winning. And it just shows the clear play of difference. Guichibu just has his number, it's looking like.
It's just like that. Maybe just the tournament demon that is Guichibu for Flower. But right now, he is fighting his demons pretty well, keeping the damage relatively even, which is the least you can do against a character with such high defense in Queen Eye. But 2 recoveries, a weapon throw. Flower's gonna have a hard time getting back. Fights his way back and chase dodges back up onto stage off of Guichibu's missed D-Light. Hits a Stomp Sair, and Flower's gonna be the first one to take the stock in this game too.
Now, I wasn't really expecting Flower to get that lead because it did look like Guichibu was going to get that knockout. But Guichibu, it does look like he is toying around, just playing with his food, because he can knock out Flower at any point in time. And he gets him offside the stage. He might go for that read again with the N-Sig, and he gets it, and he uses it back up. That's what I'm saying. You got to get Guichibu once or twice to really get that lead. A 20 damage lead is not good enough for Guichibu. He has battled back from the likes of Sandstorm, Anonymous Alex, you name it, he can battle back. And Flower is no exception. And he's got him off stage again, getting the early knockout.
Okay, he did touch the wall.
But
It was very close to being a very tragic end to Flower's second stock. I didn't know he was going to touch there at the end off of that dare from Guichibu, but he is able to get back, is able to rack up more damage with this hammer. And at least keep it a competitive game.
It's looking competitive, but who would you give the edge to? I still have to go Guichibu. He is able to get those longer reads onto Flower than Flower is able to get. Because Flower, although he's playing good neutral, his reads are just not enough to battle against Katars. And as you can see, Guichibu did get that second stock as well.
Yeah, right now Guichibu is just playing out of his mind, really. I guess he's trying some new things going into the new year. Not relying so much on the cannon and maybe expecting some nerfs, which would be very much so deserved in my opinion.
Agreed. But he just loves the unarmed. I'm telling you, it's the mental game. When you get hit by unarmed, you know what? It does not do a lot of damage. Ooh, but he does a little sauce. Gravity weapon throw, gravity cancel, D-Light into the dare pickup. That is a really saucy knockout from Flower. I know he was practicing that for a while.
Yeah, it looks so smooth and so flawless when he did. It was I think that's just something he does on training bots while he waits the rank queue.
And he is at the ELO to where he is in queue for a good amount of time. So it wouldn't surprise me that he is practicing really cool knockout maneuvers. You know, try to build a little brand to his name. but he has a really good chance at winning game number 2. It's all if he can find that knockout before Guichibu reads what he's doing.
Ooh.
But Flower is mixing it up well. He is doing well not to get hit and get soft red. Maybe he might switch over to the hammer, but he's looking like he really wants to knock out with his bow. But Guichibu has so many options,
no.
and he gets it. We are all tied up going into game number 3, Vulcan.
Okay, the end of that game is entirely Guichibu's fault because he was just throwing out every single KO option in the book with no self-regard for his own stock at all. Like he did, what was it? He did an end sig, jumped, and then cheesed a side sig, expecting Flower to engage after the end sig. But Flower just kind of stood on the other side of the stage and was like, "What are you doing right now? Why are you playing like this? You're better than this." Hit the DI recovery and is able to even up the set count, at least for the moment. So now we got game 3. Everything up here.
But looking at these damage numbers, you can really tell that Guichibu really wanted those Katars. Because he 300 plus damage on Katars, and he did more damage unarmed than he did his spirit, felt like he's really trying to aim for those Katars and just get on Flower's nerves, while Flower's having a pretty good balance. 390 on the bow, 150 on the hammer, and he did get that final knockout on the hammer, which was really good to see.
Oh wait, hang on, wait, what is this? We have a character swap coming out from Flower. This is unprecedented. I've never seen him on anything other than Yumiko.
We're going on to, maybe you should take a page out of Zinker's book, going on to that Koji. We are using that Storm Shadow crossover as we go on to Demon Island. Flower trying to battle back against his demon, Guichibu, in bracket. Can we continue?
Now, everyone knows how good Flower's bow is. And sword is a very easy weapon to play. Maybe he's looking to use it at least defensively against Guichibu's Katars.
You know, I'm thinking the basis of his character pick was the hammer really wasn't doing too well, and the knockout options weren't the best. So sword is a weapon that can also build damage while having many knockout opportunities and just all around great hitboxes for the type of character Queen Eye is. So I think he's going to play a little further back, try to really bully that Queen Eye speed, because Queen Eye can only have a maximum of 4 speed. And Sword is really good at punishing that low speed, as we can currently see, as he's got a really good lead going on to this first stock. But Guichibu is going for that read, and he's got to go all the way under. And it's not looking good in that Flower fumble.
Tried to bring it around town, but Guichibu was just able to hit the pogo before he touched the wall. Other than the end of that stock, things are looking pretty good for Flower. And like you said, the hammer wasn't doing much. At the end of last game, the damage was on Flower's bow was 390. The hammer was only 156. But right now, he's at least keeping pace with Guichibu's damage. Not able to get the KO yet, but it shouldn't be too much harder for him given how damaged Guichibu is right now. It's like a sweet baby raised barbecue red. Oh, well, now he's in a little bit of a predicament as he is getting off stage and taking a lot of damage. DLI recovery after another GC side stick from Guichibu. Flowers is gonna be able to even up the stocks. But again, he's in a situation where, yes, stocks are even, but the damage is such in a disadvantaged state. Oh. And that side stick is going to immediately erase his stock as if it was never there to begin with. And now Flowers got to fight back from 1 stock to 2.
Oh my god, okay. He's going wild!
Okay, well maybe that was like half a stock to 2.
This is what I'm saying. This is a mental game. If your mental has to be a little further gone, and it's just keep going further. You switch picks in hopes of being better, and you're just getting toyed with by every single move by Guichibu, and now you're going into a game 4 situation down, and the character that you thought would work is not working out for you. Every single time that you do something, Guichibu has an answer, and now we're going back to the Yumiko in hopes of trying to go to a game 5. Do you think we can go to a game 5?
As long as he doesn't get clipped again, I think it's definitely within the realm of possibilities.
Not looking good though. Guichibu just has his read. Every dodge being read. Every single movement option that Flower wants to go for, it is just not working out for him. But he's hoping to go back on this Yumiko. And I think he's taking a little breather, trying to hope he can recoup himself over just getting worked on that entire last 2 stocks against Guichibu.
Yeah, it's like Guichibu took like 1-2 games to warm up, and then all of a sudden he could start seeing all of the pieces connect. Everywhere that Flower is about to go, he was just picking him out of the air, off the ground, wherever, and just getting damage in a hurry in a way that Flower just couldn't keep up, and continuously got red and then got KO'd off of like 2 interactions because he couldn't just get anything
3,
going
2,
defensively.
1, brawl.
But right now we're gonna get started on game 3. Flower picking up the hammer, still on Demon Island, and now Flower's starting to do a little bit of weapon starving against Guichibu.
I mean, that's kind of like the only thing he can really do. He has to stay away from those Katars. That is his only chance of getting a lead. And he's doing a really good job of that. He currently has Guichibu in the orange. And I don't know if he'll weapon starve. He did not weapon starve, but thankfully he did not get the Katars. But once again, he's got to play a long game. And Spear and Bow are both really well long-range weapons. But Guichibu battling back with that Spear. He's trying to get Flower off the side of the stage, hits him, throws out a D-stick in the wrong direction. Maybe the nerves are getting to both of them. I don't think either of them want to lose. They both have, one of them has a date with Zinker in our next matchup. However, Flower gets that stomp stare, gets Guichibu off the side of the stage, almost gets the kill, the knockout option, and Guichibu with the side sig. It is not looking good.
Pogo and the weapon throw, not just gonna take every option. Even if he had all of his options from the point after that weapon throw, he still wouldn't have been able to get back because of the small walls of Demon Island. Confirms the stock, and now Guichibu again in the position to get some extra credit.
Oh no, here comes the Katars.
No, you did not!
Oh no!
Disrespectful of the highest order.
Oh,
Are you for
my
real
God.
right now?
We knew it was coming. That is why he tried to back away from the Katars and weapon starve him. But this is not looking good.
Oh, no.
It's looking like it's gonna end right
God.
here. His stock is not going well for him at all. He's back on those Katars. Can he finish the job that he started? He has it, goes for the soft read, doesn't get it. But here we go, Flower on the side of the stage. Almost gets the side sig, but he's still at a disadvantage stage, Vulcan. I don't know what he can do to try to bring this back. He is so far down in damage and stocks and mental capacity. I just don't think he can do it.
Yeah, that entire...
Oh,
yeah, it's over.
no.
It's just over. It's
Player 2 wins.
like... I got a feel for Flower, because, like, what are you even really supposed to do in that scenario? Like, it wasn't even... Guichibu just threw away his stock for a clip. It was never about the stock. It was about sending a message. And from that point on, it didn't look like Flower had any chance, to be completely honest.
I think Flower was defeated. I think after that Koji pick did not work out for him, he was defeated. And he had a little life to him, but Guichibu just wanted to end it. You can just see on that replay. He just played with him. Had no life to him at all. Gotta feel for him, man.
It's... My goodness. So yeah, Guichibu is going to be emphatically moving on into the, what is it, winner's quarterfinal, I believe? No, winner's final. And then Flower, we'll see him later on in elimination side, but right now we're going to be going on to a little bit of a short break. I need more water especially after that last game.
Yeah.
So you guys go get water, go get some more snacks because we got a good show today for you. And we'll come back right after this with more action for Frostbite number 9.
Frostbite.
All right, and welcome back to Frostbite number 9, top 8. We still here, me and being Vulcan, and joined still by Elite 77.
Yo, we are still here. Those last two sets were kind of crazy, and we got another set that's even wilder coming up. Draggy Waggy versus Whale Pro. These two guys do have a history. They're pretty good friends from what I can recall, and they do have some really good rank sessions that they go into.
Definitely, indeed. Whale Pro, I know him for an orb. I've seen him on Dusk, I believe, at least 1 or 2 times. I can't remember which orb legend he plays most, as he never reports any legends, it looks like on Pro Stats. Unbelievable behavior from Whale Pro. And Draggy Waggy, honestly, for him, the name annoys me, so he must play like Axe or Lance or something.
What? Nah, he's a cannon player. He's
Well, I'm looking at my screen right now, and he has a Taros, so my
know,
annoyance is warranted.
It is warranted. You're right. Taros is not the most fun legend to play against. However, you know, it's off season. Everybody's, you know, trying to find their middle zone. You know, what works, what doesn't work. You know, trying to read their opponents. And you know, Taros is broken. Top 5 in the game. I cannot deny anything else other than that.
I mean, based off of BCX, we could say that Taros is top 2.
Or is that Kana? Is Taros a product of Kana, or is Kana a product of Taros?
What?
You don't get it? Like, did
not
Kana make
not
Taros,
really,
or
but
did Taros make Kana?
Kind of made Taros. Well, because yeah, he has a Yumiko apparently from what we saw at BCX.
I don't know. I think Kana definitely made Taros, but I do think Taros is still top 5. It's disgusting what that character can do. But going to this matchup, we do have Draggy Waggy versus Whale Pro. Their current head-to-head history and tournament is in favor of Whale Pro 1-0, but it's looking like it was because of a DQ, so I'm not sure if that even, you know, counts.
I mean, right now we're gonna see who is better on at least for today. Right now, Whale Pro starting off strong, double dares, a ground pound. Can he finish the stock? No, Draggy Waggy able to get back to stage. But oh my goodness, could you imagine? We'd have a whole nother clip after what we just saw from that Leishu Flower set. It's too soon for another legendary clip like that. Weapon throw, is Draggy able to get back? Yes, is able to touch. Whale Pro doesn't engage with a pogo or anything.
And I think nerves are going to be a big part of Draggy. I don't know if you've seen at BCX, but he's a young gun that is destined to do really great in Brawlhalla. But you know, when they're young, they do have to get battle back over some nerves and tournament fright. So I do hope that he can battle back, but it's not looking so good as Whale Pro finds that knockout. But Dragon with the Taros does high strength. Weapons hit very hard. There's a very good chance he can find an early knockout against Whale Pro on this low defense Dusk.
Yes, this Dusk is low defense, but it's more so like a glass cannon because it has such high force to counteract that low defense. So it's like you're seeing Taros playing against a slightly squishier Taros, a side air. Whale Pro not gonna have a lot of options to get back. Goes for an exhausted recovery, but Draggy able to use the recovery on the wall, basically making it impossible for Whale Pro to touch without getting KO'd. And now the stocks are gonna be even though Whale Pro has an advantage in the damage department.
And see, with the way that this current game is going, I do have to ask the question on the legend picks, right? I want to know how serious they're taking it. If Dragon is really taking this seriously, is he gonna move back onto that cannon which he's more comfortable with, or is he gonna try to make a statement with that Taros to prove that it's a little broken? But Whale Pro is not making it easy, and I think he's trying to get Dragon to come out of his shell a little bit. He's getting him. That's another early knockout on that Taros. 2 stocks to 1.
Yeah, pogo that deep down the wall on a small stage like World's End, you're not really gonna have a good odds.
Oh my god! Oh my god, stop, please! He's young, no! He's new to the scene, you can't do this to him.
He's just a boy.
but he's trying to battle back. But it's not looking
Side
good as
zero.
Bro takes game 1. No way, that was sick. I've not seen a lot of crazy orb gameplay since Raidish of 2023, but Whale Pro is making me a fan of orb if I'm being honest.
He played ping pong with him. He was dribbling him off the wall.
If that's what you call, I think that was more of tennis practice. You know, on the courts where you just start bouncing that ball back and forth to you. Oh, that was filthy. But like I said, Dragon he's going back onto what his more familiarity weapon on that cannon. We are seeing the Sidra. I think if he goes down 0-2, we might see him on that Zolar Onyx. But let's see how this Sidra does work out for him.
I mean, Taros is kind of a generic pick, and so is Sidra. If you just play cannon, you either play like Zol or Sidra, or maybe even Seven, as Seven is relatively new, so people still probably figuring out that character. But I have more confidence in this pick for Draggy over the Taros.
3,
I agree.
2,
I seen Providence in the chat say I'm playing handball with him. That was a good way to describe it. And he's still doing it again. He's starting out hot. He does not want to get Dragon comfortable in this set at all. But Dragon does have that cannon, his familiar weapon. Dragon, when he does grind rank, he is a top 10 US East player on the leaderboard. But Whale Pro, no stranger to high-ranked players. We are starting off even, but he is on that orb. Can he start off hot again? He does have his read. Can he get that early knockout as he was doing so well last in that map?
I mean, right now, Whale Pro still has the advantage, at least damage-wise. Draggy's still trying to get back, so wall, side airs, off the wall, still able to get back, though, because of the high mobility of that cannon. But right now, Whale Pro just needs a solid hit, maybe a side air or a ground pound would definitely be enough to KO here. Goes for a side sig met by an end light from Draggy. And right now, it's just like, who get this first KO? It is going to be Whale Pro with that side air. We'll see him pick up that orb and see if he can get another good amount of damage lead in this game, too.
I'm telling you, this cannon for Dragon right now is gonna come alive. I believe in the young gun. I do like seeing people when they first burst out on the scene start out hot on a weapon that they're more familiar with, especially against a name like Whale Pro. When you're on Twitter, who are you seeing that everybody wants to team with? Whale Pro. When you're looking for just a nice guy to have fun with, Whale Pro. But Dragon is battling back against Whale Pro. It is not easy, but he gets the early knockout with that cannon ground pound. That hitbox is so good, and he used it to its full ability to get that early knockout on Whale Pro.
Yeah, right now this cannon is doing wonders for him compared to that. Okay, well, words are not fast enough to counteract the speed of orb ground pound. Right now, the stocks are even up because of that move. And they are going to be exchanging end lights here as to see who can steal this game to victory.
Dragon is on that sword once again. That not his best weapon. I do want to know if he will try to swap for that cannon vision just so we can build that damage lead back up. But Whale Pro is not having any of it. He does not care what Dragon doesn't want. He just wants to get a quick win. He's on the verge of a quick 2-0 victory over Dragon. But Dragon is battling back with that sword. We did see how Zinker was with that sword. Maybe Dragon's been watching a little film. He might have been studying, but he throws out a side stick. Both of them miss a punish, but Whale Pro gets that satellite there. Not enough just yet. He does have the Spirit of Edge Guard. Dragon does get up. It is looking so tense for these two players right now.
And Light still building a little bit of damage, but this is a very high percentage for Dragon to be at. Side air, that should be enough. Yes, it is going to KO here. And Whale Pro goes up 2-0 over Draggy. And now, Elite, what does Draggy do to counteract this superior orb of this Whale Pro?
He's spoke for me. He's hopping on the Zol. That is his best character by far. The axe on Zol, the cannon on Zol, high damage to try to beat that 4 defense dust. He's a little lower on speed, so that orb might catch him in a little more reads. But I think for Dragon to win this, he has to stick to what he knows. He has to stick to what he has done best throughout his entire career to get to where he is now. And he's currently just not doing it. I'm telling you, it is definitely the nerves are getting to him in this lower bracket round 1 match.
Now, I do like this pick for Draggy, but I feel like the issue is that not that he needs more force. I feel like the issue is I've seen a lot of that, both Draggy and WillPro getting tripped up on each other, being stacked on top of each other, and just not being able to hit each other in those scenarios. And right now, Cannon doesn't have a great standing stacked hitbox. Closest thing he really has is maybe side light, but that's not stacked. And light, it's a little bit in front of you, so that's not stacked either. WhalePro still has that orb and light, so right now he doesn't have to be worried about going stacked with Draggy. And then he can go unarmed with Draggy apparently too, as he starts just putting hands on him.
Oh, it is not looking good for Dragon in this start. We are currently on the verge of a 3-0 if Dragon does not get it back together and play how he has been playing this entire tournament. Because he did get a DQ against Nato, but his current bracket on Vulcan, it's not been an easy bracket. He's had to play like the likes of Kamal, not an easy opponent. Nick, once again, not an easy opponent. Like, he has had to battle this entire bracket from start to finish.
Now, hang on, wait a minute. Draggy is going to be taking the first stock in Game 3. And I believe this is the first time he's taken a stock first. Right? The first lead that he might have had. He had it just very briefly, but he did have a lead. So far, things looking a lot better for Draggy on this Zol.
And we know how we brought up their match history and tournament before. The reason why it was currently not updated is because these two have played each other today in the same bracket, which might explain why Dragon was currently not on the Zol. It was a 2-0 in favor of WhalePro on these current 2 picks, which maybe was why Dragon wasn't so keen on picking Zol for the beginning stages of this tournament, but he has chosen to go back onto what is right, and he has had a good, clean 1-stock lead against WhalePro using that cannon.
Yeah, right now, this looks like a completely different Dragon than what we were seeing prior. Ooh, that D-Light just popping up a little bit higher than normal, but double D-Lights there. WhalePro trying to his best to bring this back as much as possible. Swaps over to the orb and charges it to its maximum potential. Gets the KO pretty early on, I would argue. And now it's still in the realm of possibilities for WhalePro to go 3-0 in this set.
My bad, not 2. I've been saying your name wrong. It's not 2. Or no, Noto. It's Noto, not Nato. Okay, I've been saying it wrong. My apologies, Noto.
But okay, I didn't expect that to be the end of the game right there.
Yeah,
D-Light there. Oh,
I looked away for a second to read some chat, to be a little interactive, and the game was just over. So it looks like we are going to a Game 4. Dragon was able to battle back. What do you think these maps? You think he's getting a little antsy now that he got his first win on WhalePro this tournament?
I think the nerves are gone because he knows what's working and what's not working. But I feel like WhalePro is just gonna completely ban out Small World's End just because of how small that ceiling is going against this axe and this cannon. And then you're gonna have to play a longer game.
I'm excited because once again I'm a fan of both of these players and seeing them go at it.
That's the very first ban that he did.
He's not having no more, but he is not trying to be knocked out early anymore. But that Demon Island, if he goes Demon Island, I do think he can still be knocked out early because that underside is not favorable for low defense. But we do go to Apocalypse, and that's exactly what it's looking like. It's looking like a barren wasteland. WhalePro was going crazy those first 2 games, but Dragon is trying to bring it more like a Savannah, more like a who knows. We're not on Apocalypse. I can lie. This is Small Fortress of Lions.
Yep, we're going to be going into Game 4 on Small Fortress. It's similarly shaped to Apocalypse though, but a little bit smaller on the walls and definitely on the ceiling. But side air and light, or side light and air. And WhalePro's already in the red here, so this map pick hasn't really worked out for him the way he wanted it to, at least early on.
But earlier you said damage is not what you believe that Dragon needed. But I truly believe the more damage that he can put on the Whale Pro, the more pressure he can put on him. Because seeing a Zol running at you full force is gonna scare anybody. Because those early knockout opportunities are crazy. But Whale Pro doesn't care anymore. He's gotten over it. He just wants to win early as fast as possible.
I think Whale Pro is simply going into the type of flow state you get into when you play against a high force character like Zol. And that mentality is simply put, don't get hit. Right now, it's at least working a little bit for him as he is able to take the first stock here in Game 4. And he is having a damage lead at the current moment.
Dragon just trying to get that, or Draggy trying to get that edge guard. But Whale Pro once again just does not care at all. This orb is looking so ferocious. It is like he is the lion on the small fortress. It is just not fair for Dragon. Up, down, left, right. Whale Pro is just doing whatever he wants on this map. And Dragon just has no answer.
Gets back up over the wall, trying to start a little bit of a dribble going with those dares. Gets an end light, sends Whale Pro off the side here. Still not able to get anything solid, and is going to be getting side aired off to the left side. And now Draggy is on his potentially tournament stock.
And you say tournament stock. This is where you have to prove that you are the lion in this situation. You have to battle back. This has been a theme through all of our competitors today in Frostbite number 9. Can you come back from adversity being down a stock down? Maybe a game down. Who knows? You have to prove that you are able to learn what has been going on throughout the course of this set. And if you want to get a game 5, this is where you have to battle back, and that is what he is doing right now. He sells the edge guard, but he is still going, and he gets the kill. Knockout. We have one more stock. Can Dragon do one more to force us a game 5?
They say that the great shot do best when the lights are brightest, and it looks like Whale Pro is gonna shut those lights completely off and shut off any chance of Draggy making it any farther in this bracket. Is going to be taking the set 3-1 and moving on into elimination quarterfinals. Great showing though from Whale Pro and Draggy. We will be. Unfortunately, Draggy is done for the day, but if this is how you want to start the year, getting a top 8 in the very first tournament, I'm expecting more good things, at least from the rest of the year. But for now, we will be moving on to our other elimination round 1 matchups. And do you want to tell us who we got for those elite?
Of course, this one competitor has been running amok through the ranked leaderboards. Rutsme, the Mako King. He is the only person I've ever seen do well on Mako. Squared.
Ow!
I'm not too familiar on Squared, but he is looking like a feared competitor as well. I think that is Pierre, if I'm correct. If someone can like double check that for me, I'm pretty sure that's Pierre.
No, that's absolutely Pierre. But wow, the only person you've seen do well on Mako?
I know.
That hurts, man.
No,
that hurts. My feelings are hurt right now. Unbelievable.
But Rutsme is going crazy. He is
going crazy. I'll give him that. He is better than me by a long shot. But like, yeah, ouch.
You know, I should have given you a props. You've been going pretty good. I've seen your PR. I've been seeing you. You've been putting in some work in the brackets as well. I can't hate too much.
Yeah, Rutsme just has a completely different play style to definitely any Mako, and most of the other Greatsword players do not play like Rutsme. And that's what's gotten him so far here. And this could be a very interesting matchup going up against Pierre. I wonder if he's going to be playing that Rain Man of his today. But as you know, Pierre's been around the block for a minute, and his bag goes deep with these legend picks. So I have no idea what he might pull out today.
This is fact. You can see Pierre on Taros, Fate, which he's playing right now. He can pull out the Rain Man. I've seen him on Koji. I've seen him on Asuri, Val.
He has a red
Raptor,
Raptor,
he's probably
apparently.
Yeah, I definitely I've seen that Red Raptor in tournament as well before. Pierre is nobody to scoff at when you run up to him. And don't let him have fun. If he starts having fun, he can do whatever he wants in a bracket. He's also prone to winning. He's got a couple silver medals to his name. He's PR 17 right now in all of NA. He is no slouch in this type of situation.
Definitely not. Now, the drip is a little bit questionable from Pierre as he's running base skin fate with, I believe that is community colors, volume 1. I mean, drip is, some would say drip is half the battle. And right now, Recipe definitely has more drip than him and is getting more damage onto this first stock of his.
But like I've been saying, Recipe, he's been learning everything. He has been on the come up for the longest of time. Pierre, who has been at the top, has significantly more from the study. Ooh. So I do want to know if Recipe has done their homework against Fate, against a matchup on an opponent who has been playing for way too long. We are currently even. Recipe throws out a sit that gets instantly punished by Pierre. Pierre, he does not follow through on the knockout. But now this is where Katars can be really good. He gets the read, and he gets him off stage. He only has a couple more options. He does not get the confirm, though. We are going. And we do get the squared knockout.
Yeah, that's the kind of issue you run into against Greatsword. You're looking for a read, but sometimes your opponent will just wake up on you, hit you with a D-Light recovery. Recipe is able to even up the stocks before things get too out of hand. But right now, he needs to build up more damage than Pierre does, because he had the damage built up lead in the previous stock, and then Pierre hit 2 signatures back to back, and then it was an even game.
But that is what I've personally played against Recipe a couple times in rank myself. He is one of the best players at battling, at getting coming back. He gets another knockout on squared, and he is looking like he might run away with game number 1 here.
Yeah, just getting 2 solid reads back to back, and that deep out there on such a small map like World's End is gonna be more than enough to KO with that Sari. Even if he didn't KO, I don't think Pierre would have been able to get back.
But now, Square does have to try to get an early knockout on Recipe to have a chance at this game. Recipe's running out of options, and Pierre gets that early knockout. And now Recipe does need to try to get that Katars again, so he can maybe get that same read, because Squared is not trying to dodge different at all. But Squared is getting a good amount of reads. This string is going good, but Recipe does get that wake up, misses the sit, gets punished by Squared. Squared is trying to play a little methodically, try to build it back up. But he does get red, and Recipe takes game 1.
Yeah, Recipe was really trying. I thought he was trying at first to get the KO with those side 6, but then I remembered the one Mako buff that Mako has gotten in the past, I don't know, 3 years. And it got a buff on the side sig where the recovery time on miss was actually shortened quite a bit, and it allows you to go for a D-Light immediately after, almost immediately after, in which Pierre did dodge into, and then hits the stair, gets the weapon throw to follow up, clean up that stock, and go up early on 1-0 in this set.
But yeah, we're going right back to World's End. Recipe might be able to take advantage of those early knockout opportunities on the Katars with that great speed on that great sword. Now these two players are really, I think they're pretty well balanced when it comes to their play styles. I think Square just has to, clean some dodges up a little bit, extend a little more reads. And I think we're going right back to game 3 tied if they can do that.
Yeah, right now Square still unarmed here in this game 2. Finally does pick up the orb, but right now Recipe just having a good amount of damage already built up. Both players in the orange, but with that greatsword, you can go from orange to red in a heartbeat.
And this heart is beating. We're looking like we are going to red. He's not trying to extend too far on that greatsword because he does know that these punishes on Fate are deadly. He throws away the scythe. He's not trying to get any confirms off of that. But the greatsword Throws out the D-Sig, not getting it. Maybe he might be able to go for that sideline stare. Goes for the N-Sig and almost gets that early knockout, but he is back on the side now to weapon star of Resmi.
Yeah, right now, Rusty really looking for those D-Sig knockouts. Gets hit with a side air, knocked out first in game 2. But I'm going to say something a little bit controversial, and that Greatsword D-Sig is kind of mid. Does get the breakdance KO and starting a weapon star here to try and get some extra credit before Pierre picks up another orb or scythe.
This Greatsword is looking so well practiced. And that's
exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my god, that pisses me off so much.
That is so unfortunate, but he's still going. It doesn't matter. He's such a good player that it doesn't matter if one thing stops him. His bag is so deep he can just keep going. And that's where he almost gets the early knockout with that Greatsword recovery. He's got so many options to get those knockouts. Does not get the dare into the nair, misses the N-Sig. Pierre also misses the follow. Now we're back on the card. Misses, goes for the side sig, is not getting. He's just trying to get the knockout. He doesn't care what he has to do. He's just slugging, and he does get the knockout on Square. And he is gonna keep the Katars in his hand to try to get that damage profit.
Great job from Rusty not losing your composure like I did when that D-Sig dropped. That's such a common occurrence on Mako. And I have advocated directly to BMG themselves, so please fix the drops on that. But right now, Square just kind of showing off his haymaker hand, going back and forth for KOing Rutsmi with that.
Rutsmi with the 3 sidelights in a row, trying to dare Square, but he gets him off stage. We might have a person going 2-0 up. Square is not looking too hot right now. Square has a good chance of being knocked out, but he has Rutsmi off dead. He's going for the gift. He's looking like he's gonna get it. He's got no options, and we get it. We are all tied up at 1 game apiece.
I will be the first one to say the game would be completely different if that D-Sig didn't drop. I am not biased. I am just delusional.
Rutsmi had it in the palm of his hands. All he had to do was just follow through. But Squared, he just does not stop. He has you. He goes up, down, nair, sair, reverse, dare. He does not stop on his fate. His bag is so deep. And because he's been in the game for longest, he knows exactly what new players want to do when they're trying to recover back to stage in high panic situations.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but I was just reading the chat right now, and they were like, oh, Volk is hating on his own main. He's hating on Mako. How is the sync mid? You literally saw how it's mid. I don't even know why I need to discuss it. But you saw the drop. Everybody saw it. And yes, it infuriates me greatly. But Square we're still gonna be on Small World's end. And Square is starting off strong here, getting a lot of damage. I think he hasn't even been hit yet. Okay, well now he hasn't hit.
Caster's Curse. It's looking so rough. Squared. He just looks like a completely different person from game 1 and 2 to now. Like he turned on the heat, and Rusmi is just not keeping up. He's just a full stock down, just like that. 30 seconds into this game number 3, he's a full stock down with no answers at all to this Squared fate.
Right now, Square doing his best Maharaga cosplay, the way he has adapted after game 1 to what Rusty was doing. And so far, Rusty doesn't have an answer for what Square's been doing.
None at all. But this Greatsword is really good at getting those early knockouts, those very long streams. But Square is not here for none of that. This orb, it's reminding me of what I just seen from Whale Pro. They just keep going. Every extended read, once they have your dodge, you go from orange to your stock being gone. They do not care.
Side air keeping Rusty at bay for the moment. Not able to. Okay, does get a nair on this second stock of Squared, but right now, I think Rusty's main gameplay is trying to take Squared off stage. But right now, D like ground pound, and Square is showing his prowess off stage too.
is
there hasn't been a lot of
really
interactions where Squared hasn't been winning off stage. with that scythe or with that orb.
And there he goes again. That dare. He's just gonna keep going. Nair. But he's looking like he might SD. But he gets
Oh
in
no, the clash!
But
Oh,
the
the
great sword
chase
recovery!
dodge!
Rutsumi is still in this game number 3. This greatsword. He gets the read. But that reverse snare on the upper side of the stage. Can he confirm it and get that 1-game victory and put him on match point? It is
Oh
looking
no,
really
he
good
doesn't
and
have enough
dropped. He got no
anymore.
options. We are
Player
on.
2 wins.
Set point for Square.
Yeah,
What?
at this point, it might be Rutsumi's last game unless he can adapt to the scythe of Squared.
What does Rutsumi have to do right now to force a game 5?
Stay on stage. Stay on stage. That's going off stage is essentially like the worst thing you want to do right now, because I don't know what the exact percentage is, but I know it's very low in terms of how many engagements off stage Rutsumi has been winning against Square.
I agree. The Scythe and Orb are just so strong together on this Fate. Fate is a BCX 1v1 winner. And it's for a reason. Like, everything that you do, if they have an answer, you have to figure something else out, or they just run away with the entire set. And that's what he's doing. And now we do have Rutsumi back on that greatsword. Switch up the drip a little bit, trying to maybe get that mentality back on the work to try to get back into this set. And it's working. Now he's getting that weapon star. He's running out of options. He is not trying to let him get away from him. He wants to try to get an early lead, and he gets the end sig. Can he get this early knockout? Try to confirm he does not go for it. He's trying to play it a little safe. He does not want his tournament to end just yet.
Just gonna hit the greatsword dare, gets a weapon throw. Squared still able to make it back. No dodge from Rutsumi, as he did dodge pretty early on. Side sig is to be enough to KO though, and Rutsumi being up for the first time since game 1.
I don't think that this is enough though. I don't think this damage lead is enough. I think he needs to go back on those guitars and just go. But he's trying to get that sideline opener on the greatsword. It is not working, as he does get hit away. We are going back on this orb for Squared, and he gets, see, this is what I'm saying. The game is now back to tied, and he is trying to opt in for that side against Rutsumi because it has been working. The M light does not get anything off of that. The Nair off the guitars, gets the side light, D light, almost gets that read though. And he's just still going left, right. It's the read.
Side light and
Gets
light
the
and
end sig, and
sig
he's
all the
got
way
the
out there.
lead
He's
again.
done. He doesn't have enough.
Gets the
At least-
confirm.
At least until Rutsumi gets that ground pound, he had enough to make it back, which is surprising. I thought he had used both of his jumps.
Oh. He's just
But
going.
This is the Rutsumi we're seeing in game 1. I don't know what happened to it, where it went in games 2 and 3, but I'm glad it's back here in game 4.
I don't think that is Rutsumi anymore. It is Drips me. He is, ever since he's got this
it's
drip,
over.
he is battling back, and we forced game
Player 1.
5.
Elite, it's our first game 5 of the tournament today. Or not the
It
tournament, at
is.
least on stream.
On stream, first game 5, and this, what a way to do it. Battle back. The new drip was the difference maker. He did not have any answer for that great sword, especially for those guitars. He didn't know what to do. I personally think we're about to get a mirror match on a weapon. That's how I think. I just think Squared is the type of player, once he sees a weapon doing really well, because his bag is so deep, he can beat you with that same weapon.
Now, in most scenarios, I would say you're right. But because it's Mako, and Mako is bad, I don't think, maybe he'll swap to like a Caspian or something, but I cannot see Square picking up a greatsword.
I personally think it's the guitars that are going to come out next. Those guitars are really well, and it looks like we do have to restart. Something's going on, and maybe it's a mental refresh. I don't know what it is.
Well, in the meantime, let's take a look and see what matches we'll have coming up after this set. We got Zinker versus, I believe, Guichibu waiting on their set in the winners final, and then we also have in the elimination quarterfinals, we'll have Flower versus Whale Pro. Those two sets are sure to be very good. I'm excited to see more. Well, I'm excited to be able to see more of Zinker's Koji without having to play against Zinker's Koji, because that's not fun for me. Also excited to see more of Guichibu's Queen Nai in the meet. That is he's been doing very well on that for someone who I haven't seen ever play that character before. But we do have Squared coming back into the lobby. No character swaps from him, staying on that Fate. And I believe we're also staying on World's End.
It is looking like Small Fortress of Lions for game number 5.
Brawl.
I think whoever gets the advantage right now is going to just roll away with this game number 5. I really would like for this thing to go on for as long as possible, but we do need a victor. And we are starting out with that Rutsumi Greatsword. Sidelight, Nair. It's just all coming together for Rutsumi. Everything that he's learned over these last 4 games is coming together against Squared. And Squared is not learning. You called him Magaraga early on, but it is not. It's looking more like he is just the caster himself. Megumi.
I mean, it's very hard to adapt to a hollow purple, but right now Rutsumi's showing that he knows how to mix the red and the blue together and finally get something going in a way that Squared's having a hard time adapting to.
And Squared is just not, he is not learning from his past mistakes. He keeps doing the same dodges. And Rutsumi, he is the type of player, if you do the exact same thing, he will get you every single time. And like I said, he is currently running away with this game number 5. He wanted it and he got it and he came here to play.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. Squared, what's going on? Like, it's one thing to be behind, but this is you got absolutely lapped here. This is unexpected from Square. I expected more.
He's not even showing up.
Hits the underside of the D-Light, but right now you need to play a near perfect game if you want any chance of not being eliminated from this bracket. It's a side sig, and that's a pretty good start. But you need to do so much more because you still got 2 fresh stocks from Rutsumi to get through.
And that start, but he is on that site. The site that was looking really good in games 2 and 3. It kind of took a step back in game number 4. But he does need this site to try to get early stocks against Rutsumi, or his day will be done in Frostbite number 9. And this site so far is not cooking at all. The Qatar are stopping him every step of the way. And that end sig and that side sig. He is on tournament stock. It is not looking good. He is in the red. And the Qatars get a side sig, and Rutsumi takes game number 5.
Yeah, that was a very fast game. I don't know what Rutsumi figured out. I don't know what pieces connected for him in that puzzle, but it was definitely more than enough to have a very dominant showing over Squared.
Squared, I just want to know what went wrong. What went wrong? He just took a step back. He just took a step back after games 2 and 3 once he showed how good he was, and then he said that was good enough, and then he just fell asleep at the gas.
We can only speculate for the time being, as Squared is done for the day. Rutsumi will be seeing more of him later, but for now we will be going to another 5-minute break. Get you some more snacks if you need to, because we'll be right back with more action coming up on Frostbite number 9.
See you then.
Frostbite.
And we are back again with more Frostbite
So
number
bad.
9 action. And I believe we will be starting our next set with Flower versus Whale Pro, if I am correct. Hopefully, I am not spreading misinformation. But I
You
see
are
Flower in the lobby
correct.
and I see Whale Pro in the lobby. So that I feel great about my prediction.
Who do you think has the bigger edge? Someone who had to go against Guichibu or someone who was going up against Draggy?
Well, it's really depending on like the results of those matches. Right now, I think it's relatively even because Flower did lose pretty emphatically to
Yeah.
Bleachibu,
That's
and
kind of where
Whale
my
Pro
question was going.
did win, not too shabbily against Draggy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, who has it more? Whale Pro had a dominant fashion win, and Flower had a pretty heartbreaking loss against Guichibu. What I'm currently thinking might happen is the momentum. You can't stop a freight train when it's just going. So I think Whale Pro has a current edge, but we will see as we do load into game number 1 on World's End.
3, 2, 1.
Right now, it's just really dependent on whether or not Flower's letting that last set get to him. But so far, it looks like he's himself right now getting a bunch of damage in Whale Pro early on, especially with a ground pound on stage just for style points.
He's not letting that set to get to him at all. He came out with a burst of energy into this in this game 1. And we are going on to the hammer, try to get a good knockout. But we do have that orb that Whale Pro was so dominant in his last set. He is just trying to get anything started for him. Gets that sidelight stare to send Flower off the side of the stage. Can he get the edge guard opportunity? And now, Orb doesn't have too many edge guard opportunities, and that's why he does have to always give back. But we are seeing a really good fight back from both of these players as they are trying to see who goes first. And Flower starts off our game.
Yeah, getting the scoop up on such a small map definitely going to be more than enough to take out Whale Pro pretty early on, but a breakdance from Whale Pro is going to even up the stocks without taking any damage, and he's going to be cycling over to the orb here.
That's exactly what we saw from his last set. He might start a stock down, but he will immediately battle back and get that next stock quickly, so he's not at too much of a disadvantage. And he is just going mayhem on this orb. He did not let anything stop him, and he battled back again. He got his first stock, but then he took the next 2 and took no damage at all. That orb is not holding any questions for me.
That was essentially like a mirror image of how we saw Flower start the game, where he got Whale Pro into the orange pretty quickly, except this time Whale Pro was able to take the damage that he was building and turn it all the way into a stock before he took any damage, really.
And he might just seal away this game number 1. He's just going on that orb. But Flower does not want to let that happen, as he does have the edge opportunity, does not convert it. And now Whale Pro back on that orb that we've been seeing him go on all day. And Flower does even up the stocks, but even though the stocks are even, that damage is not looking too hot for him.
Another scoop up. He's going to even the stocks, but Flower does have his work cut out for him. But he's doing a pretty good job so far with that hammer.
Yeah, just shut me up, Flower. Just keep going. Okay. He gets the sunlight. Double sunlight. Gets the sunlight storm stare. He does have him off the side of the stage. He still has a chance to win this game number 1, but he misses the convert. But he still gets it anyways. This is what Flower is known for, because he does have that high dex on hammer. His recovery frames on miss are so much smaller, so you can keep throwing out attack after attack, and it doesn't matter because he has more options at his disposal than a regular hammer legend.
Yeah, it was looking very grim for Flower, but then he just decided, I'm going to hit all the buttons in the game and then hit a stomp stare at the end, and I will just simply win. And that's exactly what he did.
I mean, he just couldn't be stopped right there. He realized that he does have 6 decks on this Yumiko, and that a lot of his strings are more guaranteed, and that he does have the dodge read on Whale Pro and his movement to memory. So it's so much easier for him to just keep going, especially with these signatures to space him out. especially when he missed the first convergent. Whalepro had nowhere to go. No options, nowhere to go, and Flower just cleans it up.
Going into our next matchup, I believe I saw World's End being the pick again. So no map swaps and no character swaps either. Whalepro sticking with that Dusk. And right now, I think it was a pretty good idea to stay on that Dusk because it wasn't necessarily a legend issue. It's just more of you getting absolutely mixed issue.
But Flower is not skipping a beat on this bow. He is just going, has Whalepro in the red. Goes for that D-Sig to get that edge guard. Misses the N-Sig, but Whalepro is trying to battle back. Gets him off the side of the stage. But Flower with that bow is not letting him escape. He's just like a carnivorous beast when he just does not stop. But Whalepro does not want to be taken lightly. Flower with another edge guard, going for the D-Sig to waste some of his options. Whalepro tries to go for that same read like he was going on Dragon, but these are two different opponents. It is not looking good for this first stock, and he gets the first stock again.
Does hit that unarmed D-Light recovery, starting off pretty strong here, as he did have a little bit of an issue confirming the stock last time. Now let's see if he can get any extra credit here on this next stock of Whalepro's. No, he cannot. No, he doesn't. That was a very quick answer to my question. He cannot get any extra credit off of this because of a sidelight N-Sig from Whalepro, which is true because of the high dex that Dusk has.
Now this is looking like a mirror image of our last game with these two players. Now I do want to know if Whalepro learned a little bit from his lead on how he threw it. So maybe he can try to keep it a little more secure this time against Flower. Because slowly but surely he is.
Oh no, that's it again! But Flower throws it away!
You get back on the stage right now, you thief.
If for all you don't know, that is a 3-hit true 0 to death in that situation, and Flower fumbled it away, and now he is a full stock down.
I mean, this is actually a better situation that Flower's in now than he was in the previous game, because he has more damage on Whalepro. Oh, well. He had more damage on Whalepro, or had more damage done at the very least from Whalepro in the last game as opposed to this game. But now Whalepro getting like 18 unanswered hits and putting him immediately in the orange. So now he has to play a very highly defensive game here if he wants to make any chance of a comeback. First, he's got to take off his second stock of Whalepro's.
And see, this is what I'm saying all about momentum. Flower lost everything when he messed that combo and wasted his stock. And now we're going into the game 3 tied up, all tied up.
Yeah, Flower kind of just underestimated the range that Dusk side sig had, and he looked it right in the face. Was like, I don't need to dodge that. I was like, wait, that's actually kind of close, and then he was KO'd.
Yeah, I mean, Whalepro, he did not let that first game phase him. He came right back with the same energy. He might have lost the first stock, but he roared back with that orb in his hand with all static electricity. Now, I do want to know if we do go to that same map pick. We do.
We will. We will be going to that same map pick.
They have no fear. I think this game number 3 is going to be very telling on how the rest of the set will go. If Whalepro comes out with that same fire and Flower is just going to be a Flower that gets burned by the heat, it's looking like this might be a 3-1 in favor of Whalepro.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, because if you're gonna put pause on me immediately going into the next game, okay. I was gonna talk about the unarmed game of Whalepro, but now we gotta talk about the hammer game of Flower, because I blinked and all of a sudden Whalepro was orange.
Oh.
I blinked again and all of a sudden Whalepro is red.
Flower did not like my prior statement about Flowers burning from the heat. He is trying to make me eat my words. He's gonna get a early win against Whalepro, and he does not show any signs of stopping with this hammer in hand. Trying to get some extra credit against Whalepro. Has a recovery, goes for the sideline, tries to go for that line, but it's not confirmed at this damage. Whalepro trying to get that orb that he had so much success with, but Flower does not let him get it. Instead, right then when he gets red, this hammer from Flower is not working at all on this last stock. But Whale Pro with the blunder gets D-Light Sared. It is not looking good for Whale Pro in game number 3, Vulcan.
Yeah, if you're gonna treat Hammer like Spear, you're definitely doing something a little bit wacky at the very least. But it does look like Whale Pro is trying to fight back here at the very least. He is in a very bad state as he does loses that next stock to a Hammer Nair. And Flower going to be cycling the hammers to prime the next weapon to also be a hammer.
Now this hammer has been working wonders for Flower this game. He might be able to go for that, but as you're death one more time. For all of you that do not remember what it was recovery into dare into another recovery. But he doesn't even need it. He can just do Stomp Sarah on the other side of the stage into a Stomp recovery. Flower is not slowing down against Whale Pro. Whale Pro did not have any, and Flower takes a 2-1 game lead.
And now I'm looking at the actual stock count and damage of everything that happened in that game. And Whale Pro unfortunately only did 202 damage as opposed to Flower's 580. And technically speaking, Whale Pro didn't even KO Flower. Flower KO'd himself because I'm seeing an accident on the screen. I'm not sure when. I guess he couldn't get back, or maybe he went too hard off the side of the stage trying to confirm a stock of Flowers or a stock of Whale Pro, so he confirmed the stock of his own.
Well, looking at those damage numbers, 15 total damage on Spear, 77 on Orb. That is not looking too good when you're going into game number 4. You've got that mental has to be fortified to the highest degree in order for him to come back from that. And if you're wondering why Flower was not able to make it back, it was because he did not touch the stage when he chase dodged down. When you go for that recovery into dare, you have to chase dodge down back onto wall to get that recovery to ensure the 0 to death.
1, brawl.
That's what happened. Okay, I remember now. But there we go into game 4, I believe. Yes.
Flower is not stopping.
Yeah, just picking up right where he left off. And Whale Pro not seeming to have a good answer for everything Flower's been able to do as of late.
I mean, he's trying to do it now with that orb. It is his best weapon by far as of right now. But Flower just trying to play slow. He does have the damage lead, and he is trying to just get another early lead. And Whale Pro with the failed attack gets punished, and now he's offstage on a massive disadvantage against Orb. But Orb does not matter. They're both looking for a KO, but he does a scoop, does not kill. One more of those is looking like it might end the stock. However, Whale Pro gets the read for the sidelight recovery. Gets the Sarah as well. Now that he's off stage. He goes for the dare. It's not looking. He gets the D-Light ground pound to confirm the stock. He has a lead for the first time all set.
Definitely showing signs of life here. It was looking pretty scary for Whale Pro as of late, especially with the hammer of Flower as going kind of crazy. And like from Flower, not enough to KO quite yet because of the high ceilings of this new map that we're on being Apocalypse. Big walls, big ceiling. Ground pound from Whale Pro. Goes for another one slightly further out from the wall. Doesn't able to get hit on it. Flower does hit the side air and use up the stock before Whale Pro able to do even more damage and get even more extra credit. Right now, Flower's still pretty far behind.
But if we've seen anything from Flower these last couple of games, is that being behind does not mean anything to him. He will get that lead back one way or another. And it is looking like he's run out of options. Whale Pro has to get up, but he does get end-lighted. That D-Sig by Flower is so oppressive. He can do it so much as he wants because of that high dex. And Whale Pro has no answer. Gets my gosh!
Okay.
4-piece good 9. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Throwing out combo mules.
Not looking good for Whale Pro. He does have to battle back. Does give that DC again. Does get Stomp Scoop. But does hit that Sarah to try to buy himself a little bit of time. Gets the ground pound. Flower touch though. Is he going to be able to confirm this? Does not confirm it. But Flower does just have to go back off stage. It is not looking too good for Whale Pro the longer that Flower keeps this stock.
Side air, Tries to get more off of that side air, but Flower does get hit by Whale Pro. Sidelight Stare is enough to KO, and now Whale Pro possibly on his tournament stock here. Depending on, okay, well, gets hit with Sidelight Stomp Stare, and he is definitely not playing as well as he would have liked at the moment, trying to get anything going without getting too close to his stomp. But Whale Pro, is he have enough to make it back? Yes, just barely. Has to dare into the
that
wall.
will do it.
Player 1 wins.
Another scoop. That's how Flower started this KO, or this set, KOing with the scoop. And Whale Pro is going to be done for the day, losing 3-1 to Flower. But now, as opposed to what Flower had to go against prior in Guichibu, it does look a lot better for him.
Maybe it was just a matchup diff, but I think Flower came in. He did not let that set against Gucci hold him back. He came in with energy, he knew all of his strings that he was gonna do because he studied. He must have studied, and he got the job done with a 3-1. But now our next set that we are looking like, it is Chewy versus Rutsmy. Rutsmy had a very star performance against Squared, winning 3-2, and Chewy unfortunately had to go against Zinker, who was red hot today, getting 0-3. Maybe he can have the same beat that Flower was on and come back with that tenacity, that fire in his belly.
I mean, we have Rusby definitely putting on a showcase of how to fight against someone like Squared, who was doing pretty well early on in that set and then just completely came back and demolished him. And Chewy going on the other side of the spectrum, being the one that got demolished by Zanker. So he is not having the easiest time getting probably the worst combination of matchups you could in this top 8.
But hey,
he's going to be locking in that Mordex again.
Pressure builds diamonds, and we do have diamonds in the rough as we speak. Who will come out in a shiny diamond in this set? Rutsmy or Chewy? Chewy switching it up. He's going... No, he was on the Mordex previously, if I recall.
He was on the Mordex prior, and Rutsby still on that Mako.
Keeping the same drip as when he was against Squared. We are going back to the fan favorite World's End to see who can get away with game number 1. Rutsmy starting out with that greatsword. We knew how strong it was against Squared, and he is not missing a beat. Gets a sidelight bridge, does not get the confirm. But this Scythe by Chewy is nothing to scoff at. Gets him off stage, does not get any read. Is not having any explosive starts compared to the last set that we were watching. But this is looking really good for Rutsmy. Gets that good read. He's going crazy. Gets the read. Gets him off stage. And he confirms the stock for Chewy. Good disciplined greatsword by Rutsmy. You can tell he was winning that the entire start. He started out slow, like a hyena, but coming up on its prey. He got it.
Yeah, just like, what was that, a 6-piece into the I think he had to gravity cancel that because of how far away he was from the stage. But he gravity canceled N-Sig and a weapon throw and a dare. He didn't even need the dare. Once he hit that weapon throw, Chewy did not have enough to make it back. He just did that for fun. But yeah, he's still going here. I could call out the moves that Rutsby is doing, but because of how many bridges and enders and starters there are, if they would already be moving on to like the KO options after hitting those buttons. Goes for silent recovery. Rutsby doing a little bit of a dance with that D-Sig, and then throws out a side Sig. Taking out Chewy and going up 3-1 in stock-wise.
Now Rutsmy, he started out slow, but he's just heating up. But now what? Like we saw against Zinker, Chewy does take a little bit to ramp up when all he has to do is get a couple reads on your dodges, and then Rutsby can be right back at the beginning, all tied up. But Chewy, he is trying to find a weapon, getting currently weapon star by those Katars. Rutsmy is so oppressive. He just has every single read. He's just gonna keep going. Sidelight, D-light. But Chewy finally gets out of that. gets him back off stage, trying to just whittle away this damage. Gets him with that end light recovery. Really nice confirm when he has no dodge. But Retzme just keeps going with the Qatar. Gets a side light, end light, but does not get that finisher. And now Chewy.
Giving him just about a New York studio apartments level of space, keeping him on the corners of the stage. Goes for a D6 deep down on the stage. He has a double recovery after it misses. And Retzme going to be taking game 1 pretty strongly.
From what I'm seeing from Retzme, Chewy cannot let what happened to Zinker happen against Retzme. Zinker and Retzme both just come out swinging, and we need it to. We need Chewy to just do anything to calm it down, get it back in control.
And Chewy gonna be swapping over to a Rayman, picking up the axe and dropping the scythe. I guess the scythe wasn't doing as much as it would have wanted it to. Meanwhile, Retzme staying on the Mako, but he is doing a drip swap over to the newest Mako skin, the Alopatiosaurus. I forget what the name is. Something like that. It's a dinosaur. That's all you really need to know.
I'm not familiar with Mako skins. It's been a minute since I've been in the skin market. I've been loving the crossovers BMG have been giving us. If they had a Mako crossover, I'd buy it immediately. BMG can have all of my money. But Retzme coming in with that Rayman, trying to switch anything up, trying to stun Retzme, trying to see if Axe is the answer to slowing down Retzme, but it's not looking like anything is working as Retzme on the guitar. Just keep going. Has every single read against Chewy. Already has him in the orange. It is
and
not
here's
looking
the
good for
issue with and the NSIG going to be finishing off pretty quickly. And here's the issue with swapping characters this deep in bracket. Because if you don't have a character warmed up or a weapon warmed up, it might do worse than the intentional character you were swapping off of. And so far, it might be that case right now.
Retzme just trying to poke and prod with Chewy, trying to see if he'll make one bad dodge. Because one bad dodge is all it takes to go from yellow to light orange. And he gets it. Now we are in regular orange color here. Throwing out the side sig for a little call out. Gets the recovery. He is trying to get that a really massive lead against Chewy. And Chewy's axe currently has him off the side of the stage, trying to get that finisher. But he just gets the end line instead, trying to just whittle away at this stop.
Oh, punching him directly in the face. Not enough to KO though. Does swap over to the guitars, goes for that side sig again. I don't know if that was using it as a bait or as a KO option. End light, goes for another side sig. Was that a ground pound? I blinked and I'm pretty sure I saw a ground pound. Okay, he's getting a little silly with it. I see. Breakdance recovery. Breakdance doesn't hit, recovery does. And Retzme still can't finish off this stock of Chewy. Finally does with that recovery though. And now we're right back to where we were one game prior.
Yeah, another really massive lead for Retzme. Chewy just has zero answers for what is currently going on. Tries for the side sig, but Retzme was already ready for it. Gets the two-piece punish. Retzme just trying to get damages, gets the bad dodge read, and he gets him off the side of that end sig. Are we gonna get a 3-stock?
It's possible, I believe. Never mind, it's not possible. I don't believe. It was possible for a second, and then Axe D-Light, for some reason being able to KO.
Now, Chewy plays perfect. You know, it's looking...
No, Retzme was just too locked in at the moment.
There was hope. Retzme is just... he's so ready, trying to move on to that next match. He is trying to speed run Chewy as we speak to move on to Flower. But Chewy not gonna let that happen. It would be pretty unfortunate to go out in a tournament 0-6 on stream. So I believe Chewy will fight back and he will try to get a game and switch things up for Retzme. Maybe bring us to game 5 for our second game 5 of the day.
That is a very interesting, to say the least, prediction that you have there. I think Retzme is just going to keep this tsunami of momentum going and carry it into Flower and hopefully just carry it all the way over into elimination finals and maybe even grand finals, depending on if he can keep playing like this. It's more than possible.
Like I'm saying, I'm a fan of the underdogs. Chewy, he's catching my eye. I see him trying and he's learning, but it's Rutsumi just keeps building over that knowledge that he's giving to Chewy, and Chewy is just not able to conquer what he's not intaking as much as he's outputting, and he needs to overcome that. Rutsumi back with that great sword. Gets the 3, 4, 5. Who knows what it's gonna be now?
6.
He just keeps going.
7.
He has him off stage. Oh my gosh.
8 unanswered hits finally gets answered by an unarmed end light, but you want to be putting on way more damage than that.
This is not looking good, but he wasted the dodge. Has him in the air. Rutsumi, he has time to play with for this stock, but Chewy not trying to give him any time. Hits back-to-back end lights, calling him out. It's the D-light side up, but nothing more. He's just trying to build that damage back up. Rutsumi tries to go for the call-out with the 3-piece on the greatsword. Now they're both just trying to feel each other out, try to get that early stock. They don't want to make any more commitments, except Rutsumi goes with a hard read on the end sig.
Now, looking at the signature of that NSIG, you think the hitbox is huge, but it's actually a very small area that it actually covers. So he has to be very precise with that NSIG, and for him to be able to hit it so much against Chewy, he basically has his number on when and where exactly he is going to dodge up.
Now Chewy, once again, at a disadvantage, but this time it's a little different. This is his tournament game that he needs to play for. He needs to fire back with something that can switch the tides, anything. He's just playing so cold, and this Raymond is just not doing him any favor. But he gets the side stick. That is step 1 of getting a game. You have to get stocks off your opponents when they give you the opportunity.
So right now, Chewy can see this mentally as a win, because even though he is still down a whole stock in comparison to Rutsumi, it's better than it was before, because last time it took him all 3 stocks to take 1. This time he was able to do it with just 2 stocks.
But now Rutsumi just trying to run that last victory lap on these guitars. He's just playing slow, gets him off the side of the stage. He went for the end stage. Went for it again, didn't get it. But now Chewy has him off stage. This could be the gift that he needs.
Exhausted recovery.
He gets it. Here comes
3
Chewy
D-lights,
with the
a dare.
A
4
signature
D-lights.
will do it. Now he's just gonna start throwing it out because he's got so much damage to work with. And he gets it! Rutsumi with the 3-0.
3-0 handshake sends you packing. Adios, Chewy. Very good showing, trying to at least get on the board here in top 8. Wasn't able to do it today, but it's still games you can be proud of because you didn't show that you were quitting, at least mentally. You were able to stay mentally strong enough to keep going and keep trying to figure out what's gonna work here. But Rutsumi just being too strong here is gonna be moving on to elimination semis against Flower, and Chewy is done for the day. But right now, I believe we're really heading to another break, and I think this time we'll be getting you a fresh new set of casters going out, and we are going to be done for the day. So Lee, is there anything you want to say to the people before we head out?
Hey, I want to say thank y'all for coming out. You know, we do try to host these as well as possible, try to produce them as well as possible. I do like our SIP production team. We do put a lot of work into this. I do thank the competitors. Like, we wouldn't be here without them. Like, they have been putting on a fabulous show throughout this entire stream so far. Whether it's Guichubu going crazy on his reads, Rutsumi going crazy on his reads, I'm just here for a good time, and everyone is doing really nice.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you to Conspiracy for running the tournament behind the scenes, Sapdragon for being a moderator, Pancake running social medias. We couldn't do it without you guys, but right now we'll be going to break, running some ads in the meantime, and getting you a fresh new set of casters. So for us, it's time to say goodbye, and we'll be back after the break with more Frostbite action.
Yes, sir. Later, guys.
Frostbite.
Welcome back to Frostbite number 9. Good afternoon. We are here. My name is Nice. I'm here with the beautiful, handsome Skeeksex. Say hi.
Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. It means so
Hello.
much coming from somebody as handsome as you, Spiog.
Oh my gosh. It has been so long since either of us have done this. And we are excited. We're excited to be here today because, I mean, the bracket, if you've been looking at the bracket, if you've been paying attention to any of the games before this, oh my gosh, my heart is like beating like crazy already. I'm ready.
You ready?
Some action. We're gonna get into some action. Ski, what have you been thinking
Well,
about?
I've just been thinking about, I'm pretty nervous in casting. It's been over a year since I casted. So, bringing in 2025 with Frostbite number 9. I'm excited. There's a $250 prize for. Thank you, Brawlhalla, for sponsoring. We have Zinker versus Weechabu first, which, we have the Baldo champion. We remember that. The Baldo champion here.
We do, and I mean, these are both just household names in Brawlhalla. We know both these players. Guichibu, in every single tournament you've ever watched. Zinker, we see him come through every once in a while, just, throwing out the Koji here and there. We all know him for his Koji. We have been seeing something interesting, though. Guichibu has been off of the Lin Fei. Okay. Now, I was not expecting to see this. I didn't watch BCX, unfortunately, so I didn't know that he was already going off. But we've been seeing a lot of Queen Nai, and it's been disgusting. Like, it just reminds me of all of my games against Queen Nai. They look exactly the same. You're being chased down the entire time. You get hit by a D-Sig, and you're in red. And that's it. That's the game. So I'm excited to see some of that. And, man, we are going into the game. Players are locked in. Oh, my gosh.
Chat predict.
All right, yeah, here we go.
Predictions are up, and also yes, Guichibu has been playing a bunch of different characters off season. So far, he won the actual last community tournament he played in, the Spirit Round tournament, using B9 against Retsumi in the Grand Finals, who he might see later in the Grand Finals again. But during BCS, he was playing as Theosuri.
Oh my gosh!
He actually switched off the
Get up.
off Theosuri.
Sorry, you go ahead,
He switched off Theosuri and told me himself that's the reason why he lost, because he went back to the red fate. But, you try new characters, it's off season, it's the best time to switch characters, it's the best time to try new characters, try new things.
Exactly, and the Katars have been consistent across the board. Zinker, okay. Almost taking Gui out the top. It's getting close here. I would like to look back on how this game opened up with the spear. Oh, what was that?
Yeah, Guichabu playing really well at the moment. And, you know, I was talking about different people playing, you know, different characters off season, but Zinko is staying on the Koji, but the Koji falls to Guichabu's Queen 9. Zinko, I've only seen him off the Koji once, is when he switched to Atari. So, we know he has a lovely shot on him, but he loves the basic Koji. Koji, really good this year. Ooh! Zinko with the elimination. Koji actually, if I remember correctly, Impala played a little bit of Koji during BCS. You know, he got top 8, so Koji is not an S-tier character, but he's still a really good character at the moment. He has Sword, he has both. If any character has Sword, they're pretty much, you know, near S or A tier. Unless their name is Thatch. But Zinko playing it with neutral well. Gets caught by Guichabu's Queen 9. Guichabu misses the there. It's cooking up right now. This is the Brawlhalla champion. Misses the Ensign. But the weapon throw actually protects him. Guichabu weapon slamming gets the second elimination. Guichabu with a lovely move. Zinko fighting back a little bit. Good enough, Spjog. Oh! Zinko at the moment, he has a large deficit to go against Guichabu. But the good thing about him against Guichabu at the moment, Guichabu's on Queen 9. Queen 9 speed is low, Zinko is fast. So he just has to pick up at the moment. Guichabu going for another exit. He's got so fun! If he doesn't work once, twice, he'll always work twice. 3 is the lucky number, and Guichabu will be taking the lead so far. But yeah, Guichabu in the lead at the moment, 1-0. And fun fact, this is Zinko's second round that he lost so far this evening, losing one round to Guichabu now, and another round to Webpron in qualification to top 8. Really doing good on the Queen 9. And although Guichabu switches characters a lot recently, like we talked about, the Yasuri, the Lin Fei, now he has the Queen 9. He always keeps one thing consistent. It is the Katars. Always keeps the Katars consistent. And Guichabu overall record against Zinko is 2-1. He is PR9 against PR91 Zinko. And I think Zinko might be the lowest PR player still in. It might be Rutsme actually. Rutsme. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rutsme has a lower PR. Rutsme is 98, yes. So Zinko is the second lowest PR player so far. And here we go to game 2.
Three, two, one.
Same character, same map, same everything, same drip. The only thing different is the scar. Guichabu on the Queen 9, Zinko on the Koji. I want to see if Zinko will actually switch to a Atari if he goes 2-0 down. At the moment, with those controversial lightsabers. A lot of people are not a big fan of it, but of course, if you're not using the lightsabers, you're hating. We're getting kicked up by the sword a little bit. And sickness. Trying to edge guard, trying to let Zinko through. Zinko with a recovery, another recovery. He dodged both recoveries from Guichabu. Down 6 dodge from Zinko. Zinko played it slow and it's elimination. Side sig miss from Guichabu. And there's the down 6. Green Knight 6 come out so freaking fast. For such a slow character, those 6 come out so freaking fast. Now. Oh, he's getting cooked up at the moment. Zinko with the answer and miss. Barely missed. Could I hit Guichabu? Guichabu with the elimination. Tying it all up. Get that stock for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Ooh! Release up to Zinko here. He's guarding. Guichabu is back on stage at the moment. Guichabu is not having a long time on stage. I think he's been more off stage than on stage at the moment. And that is all because of Zinko's neutral. Zinko is playing such good neutral and has such good stage control at the moment. And Zinko with another elimination, doing the same move he did last time to get the elimination. Zinko has a stock lead. This has turned into an interesting contest at the moment. Zinko looking good at the moment. Guichabu with it there. Oh, fuck, Carry gets so Edson gets it, but this is gonna take elimination. This is the apocalypse, so it's hard to eliminate people. But Guichabu gets the elimination now. Guichabu, weapon starving, mentioned so Zinko does not have sword because Zinko has been dominating at the moment with the sword. Zinko fighting back unarmed. Guichabu misses, and Zinko will of course take care of your misses.
Right now, Gui is being pressured very low on the stock. Zinker holding the edge very well. All gonna hit the recovery, starting the weapon.
And Zinko just cooking up on the moment, keeps juggling him. Guichabu, no weapon, no nothing but Guichabu at the moment. He finally picks up the cross, but it might be a little bit too late. Has the goes for the grappa, doesn't work.
Victory! Player 2 wins.
Zinko tied up 1-1 with Guichabu at the moment. Just saying. Just a little bit. It's not been I'm sorry, I was just talking to the voice in my head. It's not been plain sailing for Guichabu so far in this set. Honestly, since Zinko switched over more to the sword and took advantage of him, starting off every elimination with the D-Light. Just so good. Sword's D-Light's just so good. Guichabu needs to do better. Honestly, Guichabu doing 327 damage on the guitars. And I think if he focuses more on the staff, the spear, to keep distance between him and Zinko's sword, it'd be better. But I don't know. I think it might just be better. Sometimes it happens. Might have just been better last game. We're going to game 3 at the moment. We're finally switching the map to Western El Tempo. Zinko and Guichabu, same drip, same character. Queen Nai versus Koji, the Baldo champion versus Zinko. Well, the god of sword, as Blue called him once. Guichabu. Scary Cancel side stick. He was nowhere near. Goes for the dare. A little bit risky. Goes for the nair. He's hooking up on the right side. Right side of Western Tempo. It's chaos. Oh my goodness. Gets the grabber. Gets another grabber. Guichabu. He gets up. He gets the move. Guichabu just so good. And this elimination, he knows what options he has. He knows what he has to do. He does not panic. Most people down there would panic, not Guichabu. Guichabu knows what options he has and gets back on stage safely. And not only gets back on stage safely, he gets the elimination as well. And he's cooking. He's in the kitchen. He must be Gordon Ramsay. Guichabu might be good. Grand Final just needs 2 rounds, but Zinko not out of this yet. Oh, Guichabu going down, trying to find anything, but Zinko is back up. And then nailed by Guichabu. He can go down there and get the elimination. They are tied on stocks at the moment. Guichabu in the guitars. Oh, ground pound. Only hit the platform. Gravity cancel. Instant again from Guichibu. This time he gets the elimination. Now, recovery now. Zinko. Just running back. This is so tight. At the moment, Guichibu, he keeps going for ground pounds and it's not working. Zinko cooking up again with that downlight. Just always starts off every combo with a lovely downlight. Down stick miss from Guichibu, and damage is caught up by Zinko. Zinko, oh, goes for it again! Always with that downlight and then the ground pound. Zinko, just Guichibu, I don't know how he hasn't get out of here. Watch out for that. Maybe he has to get out of here. He just doesn't want to. Oh, against it, doesn't want to. Hell against it at the moment. Zinko trying to get any hits in, trying to get any sort of lead, but gets caught with that instant. Guichibu gets the second round. And Guichibu takes the lead 2-1 over Zinka. Zinka needs to split out. Zinka will probably stay on the Koji. I want to see him whip out the Atari, but he's staying on the Koji. The God of Sword needs to take 2 rounds over the Brawlhalla champion Guichibu. Fun fact, Guichibu has every medal, and just one of every medal. He has 1 bronze medal, 1 silver medal, and 1 gold medal. He got 25th at BCS, the last major he played in. 25th, loser to Java and Vem10 Kilo, both 3-0. On the other hand, Zinko, the last major he played in was a Trial Scotty. Yes, Trial of Scotty, all the way back in April 21st, 2024, and he got 9th place in that. Only loser to CC Legit 2-1, which is a humongous upset. But he later on he beat CC Legit 3-0, then lost to Balloon Boy 3-0, almost getting top 8. His first ever top 8. Almost got it. We are going to what could be Zinko's final game in Winners Final if he doesn't lose this. Guichibu, Queen Eye, Zinko, Koji. I mean, nothing's gonna change. But
3, 2,
the only thing that changes now is will be potential final map. Guichibu with the spear, Zinko with the bow. Zinko, not the god of bow, he's the god of sword. Gravity cancel, down stick. Oh! Guichibu's doing so good with his gravity cancel. When gravity cancel, down stick, gravity cancel. Side stick, any gravity cancel, and usually hits Zinko with it, not that time. Let's get back on stage at the moment, but Zinko. Anything there. Guichibu, the Canadian, doing so well so far in this tournament. But Zinko needs to keep pushing it, needs to push it to a game 5. The recovery doesn't fully get it, but the second recovery does. Zinko takes the lead. The Koji looks so well. The bow. This is the end line.
Alright, Gui trying to land on stage with the weapon throw. Zinker trying to prevent it. Going to be throwing out an N-Sig. Not going to connect, but the second one will. Zinker has been pretty much good on the second time. Oh my gosh. And that was in light orange almost. It looked like. Zinker is getting taken out early there, but that is the power of Queen Nai, the high attack. Now Guichibu going to be weapon starving. Zinker, okay, getting back to stage, but not really going for much stage control. Gonna be picking up the weapon, and now the roles are reversed. Guichibu looking for the weapon. The D-Light Sarah going to be taking out the second stock, and now Zinker is back in a stock lead.
So, Zinker at the moment has a good lead right now, Spilk. You're all right about that. He has a good lead, but Guichibu, he immediately threw away the spear. He wants the katas. He knows he can cook out with the katas. He starts to cook. The fire is starting. He doesn't have the pan yet. There's that N-Sig. Zinko, he's getting used to it. He's adapting to
knowing that Zinker is close to KO percentage. Throwing out the signature, Zinker's gonna be punishing, but with just a move. Oh my gosh, the D-Sig comes out so fast, I'm surprised you can react to it. The dare into weapon throw.
That's the weapon
Guichibu
throw.
going to touch the wall. And now Zinker being hit by the D-Sig, just like that. The stocks aren't even, but Guichibu is very, very damaged. Zinker's looking to end this right now.
At the moment.
Oh, no options.
No options.
Oh my gosh.
Now he has the option of winning at the moment. Guichibu with the guitars just needs to play this as perfect as he's gets hit with the cell. He can only get hit with so many moves until he's eliminated.
Oh my gosh, the recovery not taking out, but the Nair is going to
Oh.
Zinker going to be the victor of that game. Already throwing out.
Game 5. Guys, can you believe this, Fug? Our first, and I mean, our first game casted together, and we already have a game 5. Guichibu and Zinker will go to game 5. The winner of this will go to grand finals. Will it be Zinker representing Orion, or will it be Guichibu representing Mia, the Canadian versus the American? Here we go. Game 5, Zinker on the Koji, Guichibu on the Queen Knight. We're going actually back to Western outset for double platform. I feel like this more so helps Guichibu, in my opinion. It gives him room away from Zinker's son, from Zinker's bro. Oh
It
my
also helps
goodness.
with the spear, just having a little bit more platforms to come off of for spear. The ground pound out of nowhere, Zinker not expecting that.
Yeah, it's funny. Guichibu just hits random ground pounds, and it actually got him eliminated last game. It made him going ground pound right to Zinker's recovery. Zinker at the moment, get back on stage. Down from Guichibu, another there. Second one does not connect.
I can see Gui's trying to play this a little bit calculated. I wouldn't say slow, but Zinker right now just building up the damage. Guichibu gonna be running, trying to get the next weapon.
Guichibu's just running, just trying to survive at the moment. He's trying to keep his 3 stocks. He's like, please let me get a weapon, Zinker. But Zinker just blocking him from his way of winning a weapon. Oh my goodness, on 3 exclamation mark, and gets back on stage. Guichibu trying to get back up. Oh, weapon just missed. Zinker trying to hit any end light, does not. He's searching for Guichibu, he's searching for a Queen Knight. Guichibu goes down. And Guichibu puts himself in this position. He did not have to do that. He did not have to almost get the recovery. It works out at the end, but
Absolutely loves sharking on the wall, I can tell. But hey, that's what you gotta do with guitars sometimes.
yeah, he does not need to do that, but he does it for the love of the game.
Right now, Zinker is just trying to get this weapon, but Guichibu's starving so much. Going to be picking up the sword.
Oh, misses the tries to start off a combo. Zinker not trying to be in the guitar domain of Guichibu. The Canadians fighting good.
Throws out the NSYNC
Oh!
light charged.
Actually gets
And gonna
it.
be hitting the
And
other
another
NSYNC too!
NSYNC.
Oh my gosh.
N6 so nice, he had to do it twice but on different weapons. Oh, he's weapon starving and he's cooking. He has the pan rolling, he has the meat sizzling. Guichibu knows what he's doing. He has the momentum at the moment, Spear, and it's scary time for Zinker. It's scary hours. Slays back a little bit. Zinker slowing it down. N6 connects. Weapon throw doesn't. Zinker with the sun. He goes for the light. Ground pound, and it always walks on YouTube. That is true. And you know what,
Guichibu in a dangerous spot right now. Zinker just gonna be running into the D-Sig. Oh, narrowly coming off the top with that recovery. Right now, Zinker, possibility that he loses this. Guichibu is one stock away from taking game 5. Zinker is as well, but just so damaged. Guichibu gonna be pressuring on the wall.
Sig missed again. Guichibu using these 6 really well and gets the elimination and the win. Guichibu will be going to grand finals, winning 3-1. We saw him abuse those 6 like crazy. He used those 6 not only just to get back on stage, to get it, not only to get eliminations, but also to create space between him and Zinker. He plays that so well. Uses those 6 so much, and unlike like a gold player abusing like Wu Sheng 6 and gold, or like abusing Jaehyun 6, he uses the 6 for anything, and he uses it well. Guichibu will be going to grand finals.
Yes, Guichibu. I mean, I kind of expected it, let's be honest. We see Guichibu in grands a lot, but you cannot discount Zinker. That did go to a game 5. You know that gods can bleed sometimes. And now we're going to be dropping down, actually, to the losers bracket. Flower versus Rutsmi. We saw Rutsmi earlier 3-0ing Chewy. Very decisive victory with that one. I don't even know what to say. His greatsword is absolutely insane. And Flower, we all know him for the Yumiko. We've all seen it. I'm excited because we might get a greatsword and a hammer matchup. And you don't see that too often, I'm going to be honest.
I mean, we saw it at the BCS Grand Finals. I know you weren't there,
much.
But
not much.
We see it in every South America final. Every South America Grand Finals, it's Hughes versus kind of Teros versus Greek. So I think we see it too much. But Rutsmi,
well, I'm excited nonetheless. So
an upcoming player actually popped off at BCS, getting 33rd, losing to Vecina not once but twice. But he's been on the come up. Rutsmi showing out on main stage, showing out with Mako. He's the best Mako at the moment. And fun fact, he is one of 2 people who use Mako on main stage. The other person, and this is a good Brawlhalla trivia, being kinda at Autumn Royale using Mako for 2 games. Yeah.
This is an uncommon pick, and Rutsmi's been showing the power of the fish, or the shark.
The shark.
The shark.
At the moment, he has a fish, but the shark. Rutsmi getting 33rd and surprising a lot of people at BCS. But speaking of surprises, Flower getting his first ever top 8 at BCS, getting 7th place, beating the likes of Munya, Rain, Sak, Escrip, and so much more. We only lose it to Kaina, who got 2nd place at BCS 3-0, and Malkimu, the current best NA player, 3-0 as well. Flower on the comeback last year, we saw it's kind of funny that we're seeing Flower versus Rutsmi, because Flower last year eliminated Boomy, and that's what put him on the map. Got Boomy funny night, and that's what put Flower on the map. Got eyes on Flower. This year, Rutsmi just playing Mako and getting 33rd with Mako put him on the map. And although he lost to Vecina 3-1, it was very entertaining. A lot of 6 thrown out from both.
I mean, we've been seeing Rutsmi use the SIGs pretty well. Besides a drop here and there, but we don't mention that with Mako. Obviously, like, I've been seeing, the thing is with Rutsmi, both the Katars and the Greatsword have been so consistent, and these are weapons that, we don't see Mako much, but we never see players really fit this niche, right? Even in like House of Greatsword, we have like 2 Makos total. Like, no one plays this legend, and seeing Rutsmi just pop off so hard with it is amazing to see. And we're going to be able to see it a little bit more of it because our players are locked in. We have Naughty versus Nice on the screen right now. And man, Rutsmi versus Flower. We are going to be going to World's End.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
And here we go. Who do you think has the better drip? They're both repping red. Lovely white background.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like Flowers a bit more. I feel like it's a little more subtle. Rutsby's drip right now is like, look at me, I have crimson red. Right? You know, it's like, we get it, bro. We understand. You got the VOD on.
See the drip.
Who cares? Like, you know, I feel like the default color for that skin is the best, but you know, who cares about drip right now when you are getting pieced up? Both these players are in the orange. Been pretty neck and neck. Flower with a nice open throw. 3-piece with the hammer. Just gonna throw it out like that. Rutsby gonna be picking up the greatsword, already pressuring stage. Flower with the correct dodge, not going to get the stock taken, but the dare nair true. So close to KOing. Rutsby,
so
the
tight.
end light into reverse recovery. We've just been seeing a chase down lately. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's the fact that Rutsby took the first stock in this game makes this contest way more interesting. You know, a lot of people would be thinking, you know, Flower just dominate, you know, he'll get it out. But Rutsby taking the first stock, really good, keeping the momentum going. Has the Katars trying to cook up, trying to pick up any lead at the moment. So he's cooking, and Sig missed.
Rutsby just so consistent with the Katars, hitting every single side light. Flower, 3 end lights in a Sair is not enough to take Rutsby out right now. Super low. Flower going to be picking up the hammer for the kill opportunity, and that is it. Stock off the top. Flower going to be taking that with the scoop, and Rutsby finally onto 2 stocks. Flower is in the orange though. Oh, the GC sides light out of nowhere.
Oh, misses the dare. You do not want to be off stage, mostly not against a hammer character. And mostly not against a Unico out of all hammer characters. Scary offstage potentials from Unico. That's me looking for something. I was just scared to get back on stage. Knows he has a shot waiting for him there, waiting for his time to bite, and Rutsby gets the elimination. Rutsby in the lead, and he has such a good lead at the moment. So picking up almost.
Oh, wait.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, and that's it. That's it. That's it. Why'd you say anything?
I was excited.
And that is how quickly a stock can be taken by Hammer. Rutsby now dead even with Flower. Flower going to be hitting a nice 2-piece. Both these players are just whiffing in neutral, looking for anything. Rutsby going for the Ensig. Oh my gosh, the damages are just even. It's back to back. One person gets a 2-hit, the other person gets a 2-hit. Over and over again. Rutsby evening up the damage now. Flower just looking for anything. The hammer has a KO opportunity soon. Rutsby gonna be reversing the Ensig, and that is it! That was an Endlight Ensig from Orange. Gonna be taking Flower off the wall. Wow. That was a disgusting pickup, but we have been seeing Rutsby throw that out a lot.
Yep, Rutsby getting the first, and I mean the very first round over Flower. A bit shocking, don't you think? This is the guy who topped 8 BCS, and this is the guy who was 1 game away from top 32, and Rutsby was the one that takes the win. Getting 458 damage on Katasa, 115 damage, shout out Zombies, on Greatsword. Using the death stance. Now, a lot of people, and I don't like this, but a lot of people think Rutsby is like, names Rutsby as a Greatsword player. He's not a Greatsword player. He's a Katars player. He just plays the Mako, but, you know, Greatsword is just so, you know, controversial in the community. They see Greatsword, they just hate it. He's a Greatsword player. If you actually watch Rutsby's gameplay, which a lot of people don't, he plays the Katars, and he plays the Katars well. He is a top player, and we are going to
I'll say though, like, you know, the difference is Rutsby's Greatsword is still so very consistent, right? Even for being a Katars player, I feel like it almost has a similar flow state, right? With Katars, when you're like really chasing somebody down, it feels like almost the exact same with Greatsword. Your opponent is like struggling to get away, and maybe Rutsby has just perfected that style, going for the D-Sig for no reason. Flower gonna be hitting the Sair. Rutsby right now, just being dared over and over again. And they're just swapping places on the wall over and over.
Yeah, Rutsby changing the drip a little bit. This looks disgusting. Mostly with the bone. Oh my god.
Honestly, I like this a lot more than the Lions.
Is this tech? Just make the drip so ugly in Flower's eyes because it's working. He gets
I
the
mean-
first stock.
Ooh,
Gets
there it
punched.
goes.
He probably gets punched for the drip, but Flower tied it back up quickly. Rutsby and Flower. This is close.
Gosh, these games have been so even. That's what I'm saying. Every single time one player gets 2 hits, the other one gets 2 right back.
This is a boxing match we're seeing. 1-2, 1-2 from both lads
Oh.
at the moment. Rutsby continuing it. The lad misses the side sig. There's another
Just
side
held
sig.
it. Flower's unable to punish somehow. Flower going for the
Flower,
same
you can-
sort of hammer
can you-
combo, hitting the D-Sig,
Oh my goodness.
hitting the recovery right before Rutsby touched. No, Rutsby did touch. Narrowly gonna get back. The Nair gonna be sending so far, and now Flower's off the wall again. Damages are looking close. The recovery just through the corner. Rutsby's gonna be taking that stock, but is super low. We could see another haymaker come out. Oh, I think Flower started it there and got hit by the Nair. That was crazy.
Yeah, he was looking for it. Misses
There.
the side sig, but gets the elimination, grappling him up to the skies. The Shark is on 1 stock. The Yumiko is on 1 stock. Anybody's game here. Rutsby with a small lead, but very small. Flower can't catch up at the moment. Rutsby does not continue. Combo. That was
Nice.
Speaking of combos, down sig missed by Flower though. Rutsby cooking at the moment. Needs to edge guard. Oh no!
Oh.
But Flower doesn't punish that edge sig. Rutsby hitting it out a little bit. Both going for 6 and none of them are connecting. Rutsby with a side sig out of nowhere, and Rutsby will get the 2nd game. Holy smokes, Rutsby is on fire at the moment. Who's stopping him?
I don't think anyone's stopping him. Honestly.
The person who knocked him down, Guichabu, is already in Grand Finals. Like, who's stopping him from getting Grand Finals? On the other hand, Guichabu actually knocked both of these lads down, knocking both of them 3-2-1.
Well, man, I think Rutsby is trying to get his game back. Has a vendetta right now, gonna meet him in Grands. But we cannot meet anyone in Grands until we finish this game, so we are getting back into it. Rutsby gonna stay on the same ugly, disgusting, vile, I don't even know,
2, 1.
I'm almost
actual
vomiting.
abomination of a character.
It's like that. I'm also you see in the low-budget horror movie, Attack of the Makos.
Attack of the Makos. No, that'd seriously be some sort of like really crappy Bollywood film.
Oh, side sig missile foul.
Oh, Rutsby getting a 3-piece in. Flower gonna answer it with the Stomp Stare. Narrowly avoiding the D-Sig, but Flower's maintaining stage control right now.
That's sig missile from Flower at the moment, trying to cook up.
Oh,
But Rutsby with a weapon throw does not go down. He smoked. He actually switches the great sword.
oh! Okay,
And
I
that's
love
the
the Great
elimination.
Sword swap. The Great Sword spin swap was definitely needed, and I felt the power come through with that kill confirm.
Yeah, actually, might be a little bit dripped out with this one. Flower at the moment, way better than the boat. Flower at the moment, keeping stage control, well, gets a side sig off, and you know, Flower's like, you know what, you get side sigs that come out of nowhere, I can also get side sigs that come out of nowhere. Watch this. Oh wait, you can't, you're eliminated. Flower, Flower.
Oh, Rutsby. Strong opener getting back.
Oh,
Flower. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was getting a little bit dangerous, but Rutsby went low. Rutsby just continuing to pick up this damage on the
Flower's
stage,
not dodging.
narrowly avoiding the N-Sig.
Flower's not even dodging anymore, he's just like, you know what? It's great, so I'm just gonna let it happen. Rutsby at the moment getting hit by nails. Flower, I mean, keeping the ball against Rizzo is good. Oh!
The N-Sig into the Sair, that's all that's needed. Flower was very low. And Rutsby,
Great sword is good, but great sword against bow against Togs.
it's a little awkward, especially with stuff like that. Flower sidelighting basically stacked with Rutsby. It's gonna miss, but he's able to get the wake up. And right now, Rutsby's just pushing the lead as far as he can. It might even be an entire other stock. Flower's off stage right now. Can be hitting the ground pound to cancel the recovery, but Rutsby still has something to get back. Both players are back on stage right now, and Flower is going to be throwing out a side sid, taking that stock. They're even now, but Rutsmy is looking to close this out.
Rutsmy has a lead, but Flower has a hammer and a dream at the moment. Has the Yumiko, has the 6 weapon throws to try and protect himself, but Rutsmy is not getting hit by out of nowhere side stick. Side stick out of nowhere does not hit. He's gonna be good for anything. Rutsmy needs any stick. There's another side stick. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Get the recovery time. Rutsmy wins 3-0.
Oh my gosh, the wake up ground pound was just not needed. I understand where Flower was coming from. That could have been devastating if it connected, but it's going to set up for Rutsmy perfectly to 3-0. Oh my gosh, that is another 3-0 in a row. Last time it was Chewy. Now, we are on to the losers final. Zinker versus Flower. Or no, Zinker versus Rutsmy. So sorry, Zinker versus Rutsmy.
Yeah, Zinker versus Rutsmy.
Players are locked in. I mean, Zinker joined immediately, locking in the default level 100 Koji, running the full default drip. We got the avatar.
Like I said again.
Stance. I mean, what's going on here?
Rutsmy doing 395 damage on the guitars, only 149 on Greatsword. Rutsmy, and I know it's just so hard for people to notice it. Rutsmy is a guitars player, not a Greatsword player. Just because he has a Greatsword, don't let your hate blind you. He's not a Greatsword player. He is a guitars player through and throughout.
Yes, it's like a moral gray zone if you're supporting the gameplay, you know? This one,
yeah, like,
you don't have to choose a side, right? Anyways, buff Greatsword.
Yeah, buff Greatsword.
Buff Greatsword.
Buff Greatsword. But anyways, we have Zinker versus Rutsmy right now. Zinker on the Koji with no drip at all. That's how he likes it. And Rutsmy on the Mako, probably choosing another horrendous strip to show us. Rutsmy actually eliminating a lot of people from BCS who you shouldn't have eliminated, and a lot of people who tweet on Twitter at BCS. They actually called that out on main stage. He eliminated Euphos, Rage, and Nodo. You know, some popular Twitter users there.
Hashtag Nodo Army.
Hashtag Nodo Army. But yes,
alright, we're into map bans. We are into map bans finally. Alright. Rutsmy versus Zinker. This is it for both these players. Whoever loses this, they're out of the tournament forever. Obviously, they're not coming back, but the person who wins gets to go up to grand finals. They get another shot at Guichibu, who knocked both of them down, by the way.
Guichibu knocked everybody down to the loser bracket. Let's be honest. He knocked Flower down, Rutsmy down, Zinker down. This is honestly like everybody's stories in loser bracket. I want my revenge on Guichibu. I gotta beat this guy. I gotta beat
Exactly.
Exactly.
The next game will happen after this one, obviously, so let's pay attention. Zinker right now opening it up with some good damage. Rutsmy not pulling the same sort of shenanigans with the Greatsword. I think the sword does outmatch it a little bit.
It does. Zinker using the sword to parry Greatsword well. Who knew that one of the biggest problems for Greatsword is a little sword? You know? Who would have thought it? Who would have thought? Thank you.
Zinker going to be taking that stock off the top. Rutsmy now, a situation that they have not been familiar with, being in a disadvantaged state. You know, I've seen Rutsmy at least even stock with every player so far. Oh, Zinker charging the side sig. I was expecting it to possibly hit, but just decided not to let it go. Rutsmy right now doing anything possible to get the KO, and that's going to be it. Sair off the wall. Right now, Rutsmy is in a bad-looking position, but it's possible to get this lead back.
Zinker trying to shoot Rutsmy out for the way, but does not work. Rutsmy on stage, but they're getting no damage. Trying to start off, and like trying anything to start off a combo, but Zinker just such lovely dodging. Zinker not even weapon obviously. You know what? Get your. Is that like top 10 respectable moments? He's letting him get his weapon?
I mean, he didn't really let him get it if he looked. He went for a nair, but the moment it missed, he backed off. And that gave Rutsmy the chance to pick up the weapon. So I think if the nair hit, there would have been a bit of a weapon start. Hey, you can't pull your punches. So,
yeah,
you know, you don't gotta be respectful. Throw that salt taunt out.
We're not gonna make a YouTube video saying top 10 respectable moments, okay? Just if you have a chance to win, if you can use broken, if you can use whatever, win. And Zinka using Sun, which a lot of people call broken at the moment.
Oh, the D-Sig gonna be chasing Rutsby to the other side of the stage. You are not picking up that Greysword. He's throwing out the SpongeBob GG. Every time I see it, man, he's cheesing.
Zinka doing so well. Rutsby was barely a problem to him. Honestly, what a change.
It's looking a little scary. Oh, the drip. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is disgusting. Abyssal Mako. A green Abyssal Mako. Okay. Honestly, no, what you were saying earlier, I'm blind. I can't even like cast, I don't think, because of this.
It's like Mako went to a radioactive lab or something, you know?
Oh, honestly, I'm stealing this. It's so oh my gosh.
This is almost
Rutsby
as bad
the Green
as
Demon
almost
SDing. Okay, that was close. Almost SDing out of nowhere. Zinker are gonna be chasing him down, but puts me back to stage now. Both players are just missing a neutral to whiff fest.
This Goblin Mako is just so, it's just yelling like, look at me, look at me, look at me. This actually helps Zinko so much because green is the brightest color that the human eye can see, and a lot of people you see like FPS games use green on the reticles.
Oh! You know, wait, Rutsby hitting the N-Sig, hitting the double N-Sig!
Oh my god.
Hitting the double N-Sig, and Zinker's stock is gone. Rutsby now in the lead. Oh, narrowly avoiding that. That was the perfect read, but just a bit too late. I think Zinker was able to dash out of it.
Maybe Zinker can take some notes, like change the dribble. I'm tired of the basic stuff.
I want to see the I want to see that one, like the Imp Koji or whatever it is.
Oh my goodness!
Also lime green.
Zinko getting caught up by the start of Rutsby's combo, but Rutsby can't continue as Zinko was off stage. Zinko would getting the recovery off this time. Zinko tying up the stocks, but the damage lead is already made by Rutsby. Not huge, but a lot in Rutsby's favor. And this is a huge difference from last game. Rutsby's actually in it. You know, this is actually a contest. The last one, it just seemed like really just waiting for Zinko to win. Weapon throw on Rutsby doesn't even need to.
That Zinker stock gone pretty early compared to Rutsby's, and now he's just going to be pressuring him with the Greysword, not getting any reads off. That's okay. The damage is being built.
Oh no.
Zinker with a nice dodge and Sair. I've been noticing Zinker just kind of using Sair to his advantage. I mean, you see it every time. One of Sword's strongest moves. Rutsby narrowly not hitting that.
Narrowly, bro.
It might have KO'd from there too. Okay, the recovery. Zinker is in red. Another recovery. Very low.
Hit him one more.
Rutsby, oh my gosh, Rutsby is looking for this stock, but it is possible for Zinker.
Do you dream?
Oh. Another ground pound. Another ground pound. Zinker gonna pull out the sword. The GC delay ground pound confirmed on Rutsby not having a dodge in Zinker. It could bring it back. Could bring it back to a 2-0.
The one with the sun, the god of sun in Brawlhalla is cooking with the sun.
I know Rutsby just wants to throw out a signature. Get this done quick. But Zinker's going to be playing so well. The Sair, a little bit more damage buildup, but you really need the KO option. Rutsby going for the recovery. Oh my gosh.
No hits can be hit. No sig, no hit. Maybe a weapon throw.
Oh, Zinker building up the damage. He's in red. Rutsby. Oh my gosh, this is looking close. Zinker could clutch this. And the D-Sig just walk up on him. Just walk at him and D-Sig. Oh my gosh. Zinker gonna be going down. It is 1-1.
So close.
What was that?
So far.
I expected anything else. I was not expecting to see him just walk up and do that. Oh my gosh. All right, 1-1. This set is hyped so far.
It is hype. It is entertaining. This is fun. I love this guy. I love these guys, bro. Zinka doing 390 damage on Sword, the Lord of Sword, and only 179 on Bow. I think when the problem is, I actually don't know what the problem is. This is just so tight. I think I think Zinker's
I
just doing
think
everything well. It's just
We're
Rust being
watching
better.
Zinker play very well on both weapons. However, the sword is the answer against the greatsword. Okay, and we've been seeing pretty much every time Rutsmy gets on greatsword, Zinker's just jumping around him with the sword out. We see the bow Katar matchup sometimes, which Rutsmy seems to win, but at the end of the day, I mean, when you're holding onto this big weapon and you're failing with it, just swap to your Katars, you know?
Yeah. Rustme
I don't see
actually
too much.
using greatsword more in last game than he did any other game. Any other round he casted so far. Rustme starting off on that greatsword. Zinker starting off on the bow.
Oh, Rutsmy catching the dodge in. That's a free 4-piece, just like that. Zinker is now close to KO percentage, but so is Rutsmy. Another GC D-like ground pound. You know, I just realized we've been on World's End so much. And maybe it's because of that. Maybe these players are familiar with the KO zones, but Zinker also just getting some nice confirms.
Yeah, we've been on World's End a little bit too much. Can we get a little change? Would be lovely, you know. Let's see some Mishima.
Yeah.
Zinker at the moment and Sig Miss. Rustme has. This is a huge lead for Zinker.
Yeah,
I feel like we haven't talked about it enough. This is humongous for Zinker at the moment. Missed recovery from Rustme, and he can get a 2-stock lead if he plays his cards right, and that's just something we do. Gets him, and Zinker has a 2-stock lead in under a minute and 30 seconds. This is bad for Rustme.
Personally, I don't know if Rutsby has the clutch factor. The first stock is gone. That was an easy one, already in red. But now 2 entire stocks to chew through. At least Zinker did not get much of a lead. I feel like if Rutsby plays it a little slower, maybe. I mean, we're seeing the Katars losing the unarmed right now. An unfortunate dodge into the wall.
Rustme with the Katars at the moment, getting dipped by Zinker's sword. The Lord of the Sword is not playing against the Lord of the Katars, he's just playing against the Rustme. He knows what he's playing against. Rustme cooking up with low combo does not work. Fun fact, Zinker hasn't played a major since April. Rustme busy with
Interesting.
Yeah.
Been watching all of his ranked games.
I have. Yeah. And Sig missed by Rustme. I don't know why I lie. It's just fun to lie. But Rustme getting hit by recovery and a 2-stock for Zinker. Zinker takes that game so fast compared to the last 2 games. Just so quick. Holy moly. He's like, you know what? Get out of my way. Get out of
I
my
don't know
way.
what happened, but he's forcing Rutsme
Domination.
to the Sith
Oh my
Mako, it's looking
Oh
like. I'm scared to see what Greatsword that is. I kind of want him to use the paddle.
You're begging. The last samurai in this tournament is doing well to survive. You think he's a fan of Jack the Samurai?
I mean, probably.
Am I bringing up Jack the Samurai is like that is so old. I feel like half. Does anybody in chat know Jack the Samurai? Am I old?
Dude, I think you're old.
23 is not.
Aren't you like 30?
23 is the new 18.
For real.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, well,
Last
we are
coach
into
is
game 4 right now. Rutsby,
Oh,
with the popsicle!
nice.
Wait a minute, with the popsicle! Okay, that's even better.
This is
Getting a
horrendous.
nice little damage lead. Still has yet to be touched by Zinker. At the moment I say that, and then light comes out.
Wait,
Doesn't matter.
Yo.
Rutsby gonna be building up the damage anyways. What's going on?
We're back in Small World's in, bro.
Oh my gosh, we are.
We love it.
The
That's
DC gonna
it.
come out.
Oh,
The Dare gonna be stuffing the recovery, and that's it. Rutsby's gonna be taking that stock super quick. He's telling Zinker, you know, I'll give you 1 game. I'll give you 1 game.
my bad. Samurai Jack, not Jack the Samurai. I haven't watched the show in like years. I was in single digits last time I watched the show. Okay? Rustme at the moment, cooking up at the moment. But Zinker doing good with the sword. The
You know,
Samurai.
I'm noticing Rutsby's going for a lot of dodge-in reads. But not really anything else, and we're noticing it a lot of the time. Rutsby will exactly what just happened there. He'll miss an end light in the opposite direction and get stared by Zinker. Oh, using the side stick, narrowly gonna be getting back. Zinker not gonna get the ledge guard quite yet. Rutsby touching yet again. And it's
Humongous
we're getting
lead
deja
for the
vu
moment.
from last game.
This is a massive lead for Rutsme. It actually goes away, tied on stocks, but still massive with the 2-1 deficit. Rutsme, you know, he's doing really good at the moment, trying to catch up, trying to get this round, trying to take it to another game 5. Misses. Oh no, he's getting cooked. He's getting cooked.
Well, it's not over till it's over.
Oh.
Seeker, no! Rutsme!
No!
He got the dodge in, but he spot dodged himself! He had the read and everything, but just wasn't able to connect. But the stocks are in Rutsme's favor now, and the damage is being built up on Seeker already. D-like ground pound, the unarmed on stage is not going to do too much for Zinker. Rutsme picking the greatsword up again. Hitting a 3. Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3, no 4, no 5, and Zinko gets the elimination with a lovely recovery. Zinko, it must be a timing stocks. This is potentially timing stock. So Rutsme, but he needs to win this to get to game 5.
Okay, Rutsme going for the
Zinko
side
wasn't
take, a
in
little
game 5
dangerous
earlier
off
and
stage.
lost. Zinko went game 5 with
Wait, that's
lost,
it?
and he's going to another game 5.
The KO happened so quickly. It's a little anticlimactic. Going to be hitting the recovery on Zinker, and that's going to take out. We are going to a game 5. Both these players want to stay in the tournament. They want to get their get back against Guichabu, and I do not blame them. And okay, we're going back to the red on Rutsme. Oh man.
You think he still has the popsicle?
I hope. Kind of hope.
I hope too. But yeah, Zinko, the last samurai could get eliminated by the Shock. Shock versus Samurai, game 5. Here we go. Samurai Jack himself, Zinko versus Rutsme. You know, as a kid, I used to watch Samurai Jack as a kid. These days, what do they watch as kids? Skibidi Toilet, you tell me, Spiller.
Dude, I was watching Jake and the Neverland Pirates, bro. That was
anyway. Game 5.
Come on. Okay, Rutsme in this with the Bone Club yet again. Zinker getting some damage off, and I don't know. Rutsme
He's back on the
yet
bone.
to even it up. Okay, one string, almost going to be evening it up. Rutsme
That was a
pulling the
movie would
damage.
have evened it up.
Oh, hitting the end sig, getting the jump read. Okay, Zinker not gonna let him get another. Hitting a double recovery back to stage. Rutsme, oh my gosh, it's so quick. The way he dashed off.
These Nico Sigs are so quick, it's so scary. Just watch out.
That's all it takes, just a recovery, a jump recovery. Rutsme's gonna be losing the first stock. I don't know, I feel like every time Rutsme gets a KO, it has to be flashy like that! That was beautiful! Hitting the 2-piece, dodges away, hits the 2-piece again, and goes out wide with the recovery for a nice read on the jump. Zinker having a stock calculator right there. And now Rutsme.
Done.
Oh, that's true. Wait, stocks are even again.
Damage is close to even. Oh, Rutsme with a dodge in, gets punished by Zinker. Oh, weapon throw. Tries to punch him. No idea why he didn't just keep the greatsword. Yeah, he has another one right there, so I know it's not because he wanted katana. I guess he was trying to catch him with the weapon throw. It just didn't work. Recovery, miss, down sick. Ooh, he's sliding all the way down, stopping at a single point. Going for the dare. Looking for any dare at the moment. Will we see the Rutsme?
Oh!
We should be rerun. Oh, we see the
What?
What?
No, that was a misinput. That was a misinput. Oh my gosh, what was that? Rutsme unfortunately failing the GCD like ground pound, gonna be doing a little breakdance. Zinker's gonna be getting that stock back, and now I know Rutsme is feeling the pressure, failing such an easy KO. Okay, okay, the stocks are even. Rutsme got it back. If Zinker pushed any more of a lead there, I feel like that one interaction could have defined the entire game.
When I'm in throwing my game challenge and I'm against Rutsme,
bro,
what was that? A weapon throw from Rutsme. He wants to katana. He does not want to go great sword for sword. He wants to go to katana for sword. It's a nail. Another nail. You love those sides of the great sword. They stiff great swords. Oh, they stiff. Someone's gonna take the stock,
dude. Oh, wait, okay. I was watching. kind of with my mouth open, just because I see Rutsme just consistently building the damage, and then right at the end there, just hitting absolutely everything, sliding off stage with the end, so going to be grabbing Zinker and throwing him into the abyss, and that is your game 5 right there. We are on to grand finals. Rutsme has climbed out of the pits of losers bracket, and oh my gosh,
is him. Rutsme is him. And
oh, the drip changed too, back to the Orca. Oh, thank the Lord.
Spug, you said you were watching with your mouth open. I mean, we're casters, we have to be. But before we can go anywhere, before we can go to grand finals, we will be taking a short break just so everybody in chat can catch their breaths, and me and Spug can catch our breaks here. When we're back, we'll go with Witchaboo versus Rutsme. Be here, be there, go get your snacks, go tell your parents to tune in. Rutsme versus Witchaboo. We'll be right back.
Frostbite.
Hello and welcome back. Frostbite number 9. We are at the most important game of this tournament. It's Grand Finals. We're back. We are back.
We're back. And speaking of Grand Finals, this is Grand Finals Frostbite number 9. $250 prize pool on the line. Shout out to Brawlhalla for sponsoring this lovely tournament. One of the first tournaments of the year. If you didn't play today, woohoo. Anyways, Guichabu versus Brutsme in Grand Finals. They actually fought 2 weeks ago in the Spirit Realm World Cup Grand Finals, and Guichabu took that 3-0. Took that easily. The rounds were close, but the set score says 3-0. Now, speaking of Spirit Realm World Cup, I don't know why it's called the Spirit Realm World Cup when there was only NA players allowed. I think we could get that fixed, you know. It's not a World Cup, you know. It's like saying, you know, Dragon Ball Z universe mode, and like everybody in the universe isn't in it, you know?
You know, nomenclature doesn't have to be perfect, but what has to be perfect is how Rutsme plays this against Guichabu. We have a Qatar matchup, okay? Keep in mind, these are both Qatar players. And, I don't know, I've been seeing a surprising amount of use on their alternate weapons, though. I'm expecting to see a good amount, but Guichabu is going to be pulling out the lightsabers as well. Got the Ashoka ones, you can tell because one's a little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer, but no, that doesn't mean it's pay to win, don't worry. But, Guichabu, Rutsme, both Qatar players, but they're both, like you said earlier, comfortable on both weapons.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I feel already like I'm watching a gold game with Guichabu just 6 spamming. Rutsme, I feel like the nerves are getting to him. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I was looking in the game chat before these players played. Rutsme said hello to Guichabu. Guichabu said nothing back. Gui is out for blood right now. So, you know, you don't want to play with him, and I mean, it's already happening. Another decent gonna be thrown out. Rutsme is already in 1 stock. Guichabu is going for the 3 stock right now. You said that Rutsme got 3-0'd by him, and I was thinking, you know, maybe it's a possibility that, you know, there's some close games and stuff happens, but from what I'm seeing, Rutsme just has a tall order.
Yeah, Guichabu plays in a lot of tournaments if you haven't noticed. He actually played in my Mina Weapon Trials one, but he actually had to DQ because he was over 200 picking.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he just falls to Rutsme's, yeah.
Well, hey, practice makes perfect, and I mean, if there's a way to make your name for yourself, it's in community tournaments like this. I mean, we're already seeing Rutsme. I just started hearing about this player, and I think I'm gonna remember him forever.
You and everybody else, including me, have just started hearing about him because of BCS. Like I said, all it takes is one tournament, one good tournament to make a name for yourself in Brawlhalla.
Maybe he can be the Guichabu Slayer. We'll have to see. Throwing out the N-Sig, for some reason, Guichabu's gonna do the same. Rutsme weaponless. And I think Gui knows, I mean, he has an entire stock right now, and the wake-up DC! You saw it almost come out the first time, but he's able to do it again. Buff, great sword. Why should he be able to wake up twice in one combo with Qatars? Anyways.
Yes, so
That is game 1 going to Guichabu. Rutsme, I think, is realizing, you know, the trumpets are starting to play, is all I'm gonna say.
it might be cooked. As the
it might be
kids say.
cooked. It might honestly be cooked. But hey, love to root for the underdog. I think a skin change is in order.
I mean, when is it not for this side, you know? We are going to game 2. Rutsme on the Mako, Guichabu on the Queen Knight, and both of them on the best weapons, but own best weapons. The toss.
Okay, seeing a mirror match already. Guichabu going deep. Rutsme not able to touch, and that's it. 3 hits.
My
3
goodness.
hits on Qatars.
Oh.
Rutsme's stock is gone. This player is disgusting.
16 seconds. That's all it takes. 16 seconds for him to finish his first stock.
Oh, the sword's been changed. Wait. You know, the other one was getting old. It was getting rusty. Gotta pull out the... What even... I forgot the name of the skin line. And the NC gonna come out. The weapon throw going to finish it. And, wow, losing the stock just as quickly as Rutsmeet lost his. And now the stocks are even again. Could bring it back. Going for the chase down on Greatsword.
Holy moly. Holy moly.
Oh, narrowly avoiding the D-Sig. Just barely getting away.
Is this the Qatar Meta Renaissance we're seeing here?
Oh, Rutsmeet.
Oh,
No, what was he doing? The ground pound sealed his fate. That was unfortunate. I think maybe he thought Gui would go deep, looking for more offstage, and it could possibly hit, but Rutsmeet, unfortunately, wasting his options there. But, I mean, Guichibu's still low, and there we go. That's the stock gone. Rutsmeet is totally bringing this one back, right?
Yeah, totally. Side sig ties it up. They're both on equal stock, equal damage. This is closer to what I saw in the last grand finals in the Spare Round World Cup. This is close. This, you know, 3-0 to Guichibu, but it was close, like I said before. And Guichibu just running. You know, a lot of people in chat getting PTSD in the ring games from people just running away. Guichibu was doing that just there. Katana was a katana. Lightsaber was a lightsaber. The Jedi's all fighting in front of us.
Oh my gosh. Rutsmeet hitting the two-piece. Wait!
Goodness.
Is that... Okay, I thought that was it for a moment. I thought that was it.
So close. Katana versus Katana. Band for band. Who is the better Katana?
Rutsmeet getting some nice hits. I sense an N-Sig coming out from Guichibu very soon.
I sense a side stick from Rutsmeet. Let's see what comes out.
There it is! There it is! Wait, Guichibu almost losing the stock. The spot dodge was dangerous. Gonna be hitting a double recovery back. Going for the ground pound. I understand why that's happening, but kind of ridiculous. Throwing out the D-Sig. Guichibu is just looking for any sort of KO option. Rutsmeet getting the dodge in!
He gets it! We have a contest, guys! We have a sit in our hands!
Let's go! Oh my gosh.
The final two being Qatar players, and we are tied 1-1. Rutsmeet on the Mako, Guichibu on the Queen line. We have a set on our hands. No 3-0 rubber.
Oh man, oh, look at that. Throwing it out already. Throwing out the cross waiting. Oh yeah, Rusty's gonna do it back. Look, there's some mind games being played. These are two Qatar tryhards.
Goodness
Oh
gracious.
man.
Guichibu did 0 damage on Spear.
Oh really?
For real.
Why are we going to Terminus? We are going to small Terminus, a 3-platform map.
Here's why I think Guichibu probably first the Terminus, but Rutsmeet had the final pick. The only reason why.
I mean, I can see this map would. I feel like this map would be good for Spear, but it's like surprisingly good for specifically Mako as well.
Yeah, specifically.
What?
Oh, Guichibu doing the same thing 3 times. So nice he had to do it thrice.
Oh, narrowly missing that.
The beat goes so hard, and the beating these two are giving each other.
Actually, yeah, I'm turning the music up on this one.
Both tri-platform maps have the best beats, bro.
Enigma's pretty nice too, yeah.
Most
Oh,
people
wait,
would
Guichibu
use those
taking him down?
platforms to run away from Grayson, but Rutsmeet's the one running away on those platforms. As the guitars, Guichibu is waiting for his weapon, winning it out, knows, you know, I can't go unarmed against you.
Oh, the side
Gets it
sig!
with the side sig out of nowhere. It's like the all out of nowhere. Down sig miss.
Okay, getting the recovery punish. Guichibu gonna be landing with a ground pound. Almost getting hit! He's gonna throw the D-Sig and Rutsmeet goes low! Instead, he had every option, decided to go low to avoid any sort of offstage, and okay, he's just gonna side charge D-Sig. Dude, that was so quick. Okay, Guichibu gonna be having the stocks evened up, and now Rutsmeet is just gonna be chasing him down.
Yeah, Guichibu putting him on a manhunt at the moment, like catch me if you can. Weapon throw. Guichibu doing more damage on Spear already than he did last game. You know Guichibu wants the Katars. No matter what weapon Rutsmeet's playing, Guichibu wants the Katars. He needs it. The bottle champion won using
Oh,
Katars.
he didn't have a dodge there. Rutsmeet maybe could have gotten one more hit. Probably not a 3-piece. He's guarding him so well on the wall.
But recovery, double recovery, missed by Guichabu, triple recovery.
Oh,
missed by
that's
Rutsumi,
it
I should
for
say.
Rutsumi.
Oh no, he didn't touch ground. Remember that. Before he could touch ground, he hit his third exhausted recovery, meaning he didn't have any options. What a fatal mistake for Rutsumi.
It happens to the best of us now. We just have to hope that he can pull it through. Guichabu hitting a nice, I think that was 5 hits on the guitars. Rutsumi could be answering with a side sig. Another side sig coming out. I was expecting an end sig. Rutsumi narrowly hitting him with the end of that hitbox, and now we are down to the final stock. This is game 3. Both these players want to get that 2 on the board. Puts them in a really nice position.
Don't need it. But who wants it more, Espion?
Man, I think Guichabu does, because he's been running this whole time. Rutsumi gonna be building up a little bit of damage.
Rutsumi actually weapon solving finally, saying, you know what? I'm tired of you just waiting for your katars.
Okay, Rutsumi is in KO %. Any signature can do it. Recovery's gonna get really close. Guichabu is just chasing him down. Rutsumi knows what he's gonna go for, and just like that, Guichabu is showing his hand. Gonna be throwing out the D6 to try and take him out. Rutsumi getting a free recovery for the missed end sig.
Oh, that's like... Oh! Doesn't finish it! He could have finished it! He's... Oh!
The D6 end sigs are so close!
D6! Another sig!
The D6 is unpunished! And he catches the dodge in! And he picks it up the exact same way. Rutsumi is destroying Guichabu in the same way every time. Oh my god, dude, I jumped out of my chair, bro. What is happening?
Rutsumi takes another one.
Oh my gosh. It is 2-1 right now in favor of Rutsumi. A king is falling right now.
And Rutsumi has been on the Great Sword much more than he has in any other set. He's been only using Great Sword. I think he realizes, you know what, Guichabu's a better guitar player than me. But if I use the Great Sword, I can be a better player than him today. I can be a better player than him in grand finals. He doesn't want to go guitar for guitar with him. He doesn't want to go band for band him. He's saying, let's go.
You know, you always gotta stack them up as big as you can hit them down. And Rutsumi understands that he's in a disadvantage right now. Only against the guitars, though. It seems, because I mean, you were seeing that Guichabu was like struggling at the end to get that KO. Kept going for the D-Sig. Rutsumi was just hard reading it every single time. I'm not sure why he was just spamming the same move over and over again, but maybe there's a bit of ego about him. Who knows? All I know is that Rutsumi is consistently answering with damage back. Guichabu building it up right now, hitting a 4, hitting the 5, and it's going to knock out a nice string by Gui. Rutsumi is down a stock and is in disad, but still has another buffer game before game 5. And then a reset.
And then yeah. And that's
Oh,
a
no,
weapon throw! Rutsumi! Both stocks fall under a minute. They both fall under a minute.
We might not even get to a reset. We're definitely gonna go to a game 5 in some way. Oh, Guichabu just answering. I think he realizes that he's dipping him on the guitars.
Yeah, he understands it now. As a Christian, he understands.
Oh, the wake up D-Sig! Rutsumi had the
was...
dodge and everything. If he was like a frame later, he might have been able to win that interaction. The weapon through Fika into ground pound. What was that? Stuffing the recovery and stuffing the stock. Rutsumi being put in a casket. Oh, and we're shipping Rutsumi off to game 5 now. A drip change, swapping over to gold forged Youngman Darameko. I don't know. Maybe the power will come out now. I'm so nervous. What are you thinking right now, dude? Dude.
I'm just thinking how did they go from such a close game to absolute domination from Guichabu 3-0? Like Brawlhalla changes so fast. If you're not always on your
that was. You saw how close that was?
Yeah, if you're not always on your main game against the champion of Bowser. At any moment, you can lose. Ooh, lovely Dawson lets me there.
I gotta say, I really like Rutsmi's drip. This one
is
is
a
actually
drip
it's
he's at
very
BCS.
well put together. His guitars and his sword are both like white with like tree accents. Super cool. Anyways, we're watching Rutsmi stock getting obliterated right now. Still going aggressive against Guichibu. Guichibu just throwing out these end saves. It's not gonna matter. The wake up ground pound can be taking that stock.
Miami Dome. I understand why he moved to Miami Dome. You know, he's got dominant dominance. But wow.
For the hype music, that's why.
The high music. I mean, Thomas music goes on. I don't think that's why though. I think.
Oh.
He wanted platforms,
Rutsmi.
Rutsmi misses the net. Rutsmi looks lost. Where's Dora the Explorer when you need her? Because Rutsmi needs some help from the mat.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This is Guichibu's territory. The Canadian is cooking.
Like, was he throwing? Is what I want to know. Was Guichibu throwing for content? Because he's coming back right now, and Rutsmi is hardly able to touch him. Okay, I say that. Getting a nice 3-piece. I feel like a stock might be gone right here on this corner. Okay, both players missed their opportunity, but that's fine. Rutsmi going for the double D-Light, not going to connect. Guichibu knocking him off stage, and the GC D-Sync is going to take out. Didn't even need to gravity cancel it. I'm surprised he didn't just dash it, but I mean, possibly in case he threw out a side light. I'm not sure. Guichibu is an enigma of a player.
Go Chabu. I think that's what you should be calling him now. Go Chabu. Go Chabu. Oh, weapon throw to block a dancing! This man is insane! Who thinks about doing that? He's going for the 3-stock.
Oh, the wake up, the wake up.
He's looking for a 3-stock.
Guichibu wants it so bad. Rutsmi just wants to prevent it. Anything but the 3-stock. He says the there nair true is gonna take out Rutsmi. Gonna be petting his beetle, and that is all the power he needs to get ground pounded, and the stock is over.
Guichibu is a Frostbite 9 champion.
Player 2 wins.
Oh my gosh, what a way to end it. Rutsmi throwing out the beetle, and he's gonna get knocked out right in front of him. Doesn't matter if your family's around, Guichibu is gonna rock you. Oh my gosh. 3-2 grand finals, no reset. That is it. Oh. That was a hype set. That was a really hype set.
That was. Oh my goodness. Guichibu is just so insane.
So consistent. I mean, I say that even though he 2 games gone to Rutsmi, but I mean, it was choking. You could tell he was nervous right at the end. Oh my gosh. I'm getting horrible messages. But Guichibu, okay. But Guichibu, Frostbite 9 champion. He has had a bracket run. Let me look at this. Oh my gosh. Let me go to his top 32.
He loves throwing those SIGs out.
So some names you might recognize here. All right, we're gonna start out top 32. He ran through Kamal 2-0, and then the first game in the winners quarterfinal, okay, top 16, was Rutsmi against Gui, and Gui won 3-1, and dropped Rutsmi down to the lower bracket, and I mean, we saw a 3-2 come out. It was close. It was so close. Rutsmi was so close. Had 2 games to bring that back to a reset, but unfortunately, you know, I mean, we talked about him. Gui, sometimes gods can bleed, but if they can bleed, they can also bandage themselves up. And he's going to be going on to the next tournament happy with another gold medal. We love seeing it. We love seeing it.
Guichibu, go Chabu. His performance today, Spjorn, has been massive, absolutely massive from
dude, just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you mentioned he had a good BCX run, and now he's just dominating in community tournaments. I cannot wait to see more of this player representing the Mako, you know? I know some people like Demo typing in the chat. He loves the Mako.
I think he loves you more.
Possibly. Okay, but you know, this night has been amazing. We've had some very hype sets up here in top 4. I've been excited to get back into it, despite some issues. We're chilling now. We're chilling now.
And if anybody in chat notices I sound different, I finally have a new mic.
Oh my gosh, we're twinning on mics too. Twinsies.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Just
do you have
somebody
anything
else
you
watch.
want to say, Ski, before we head out?
Yeah, follow my. I was gonna say Twitter, but I don't really use Twitter lately. But I guess you can follow my Twitter, Skissat72, and then also follow my stream. Which I mean, you guys just stay here and you guys will see it soon. Anything for you, Spielberg?
Follow and sub to SIB, and man, I'm just waiting for the next one. Honestly, I'm hyped. I think we are gonna see you guys next time. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for supporting us and watching SIB. Thank you to Blue Mammoth for sponsoring this again. And yeah, thank you all for coming out. Hope you have a nice night. Bye.
Night chat. Bye chat.
Frostbite.